last session, 3 characters died, and so that was fun. They basically went down to Relay and then opened up, Cthulhu's bedchamber. That was fun. And then we went back to footfall, and the Ambrosia met up with the Bob. Ambrosia met up with the witches who drew cards from the Emperor's Tarot. 2 cards were already something that Ambrosia knew, that they drew the Shattered World and the Despoiler, both of which represents, basically destruction and chaos that will spread and start to consume everything in their path, and then drew the Space Marine and the Star. And so and part of the thing with the Emperor's Tarot is because it is linked to the Emperor's Psychic Emanation, the Warp. Weird things can happen when you draw upon it. And Ambrosia got a mental impression of a star system in her head, presumably where the Void Sentinels are. And I think that was about it. Hey, Bob, you might want to change your name away from McCraw. On the little thing right here.
Sad trombone. And also, Hoff, your tapping on the controller can be occasionally heard.
Oh no. Minor annoyances.
Yep.
Hey, I moved the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, McCraw, his soul went to the Orc Gestalt to go be reborn into something equally churlish, I'm sure. Unfortunately, Terran has the unfortunate existence of being an Eldar, so her soul's being nommed on for all eternity.
Yep.
Well, at least until Slanish is killed, according to Eldar prophecy.
Yep, don't hold your breath.
But that won't be for a while, because this is the Age of Waning, so this is nowhere near the time of the Age of Ending, or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. Anyways, so it is the next day. And Rula, you have spent quite a time searching the star systems. You have come under a lot of hardships, and now you are the only surviving member of your expedition. Have you just now arrived, or have you been on footfall for a little while?
I've been on footfall for about a day and a half, long enough to get somewhat settled up and a little bit resuscitated after. It wasn't the most elegant landing in footfall ever recorded, but it was a landing, and I didn't die. That was nice.
Any landing is good if you can walk away from it.
Exactly. Sadly, I was the only one who did. Not great there on that point, but
I mean, you had a harrowing journey to begin with. Was there anyone even left alive at that point?
No, by the time the landing happened, the final member of the expedition, besides myself, had long since finished bleeding out.
The void is indeed a cold, cold place.
It is. And it's up a few fresh individuals these days. But yeah, no, I've been there for a day and a half. I've been around essentially long enough to get acquainted, immediately spark up a bunch of trade, win over a bunch of weirdos, and scam them for everything they've got. And now I'm just sort of wandering around, wondering how the fuck I'm going to get to step B of this 3-step save the world plan.
All right. You know what? One of the people you'll have met, let me actually pull up his information so that I can describe him correctly. I actually really like this character. Was he an Edge of the Abyss? Hey, Merzendi?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what book they described a lot of the rogue traders that are around is in?
Either Edge of the Abyss or Epoch Coronis.
All right, let's hope that it's Edge of the Abyss. Come on, come on. Hey, look at me. I can remember things.
Great.
All right, let me find a little bit that I need to do. All right. So, one thing that you'll know of is you have struck up you struck up a conversation while you were here and met someone by the name of Rath Umbolt. What you've been able to figure out from the hushed whispers, maybe the thing that drew you to the man in the first place, is that a peculiar tradition has settled in with the denizens of Port Wander when discussing the exploits of the rich and powerful. When Rath Umbo comes up, one only speaks of him with respect for his experience, never insults his name, and under no circumstance makes light of his misfortunes. For this seems to be a misfortunate individual indeed. He is he is an older gentleman. He with a long, hoary white beard, and he has gone into many. It seemed his voyages always are cursed. His years upon his ship, the Righteous Crusader, has withered his soul to all but a few bare threads. Beyond eerie memories of, mutterings of horrifying visages, his tales of the confusion of machine spheres, and a ghastly dark mass at the system's center, he will refuse to speak much of it. On and so everyone refuses to make light of his circumstances. On this last point, everyone agrees. Even the most slanderous rogue traders decide to keep their criticism of Humboldt to himself, because there seems to be a pervasive sentiment that expresses a superstitious dread felt by the port citizens. Many believe that Humboldt to have a curse of some sort, maybe issued as the god from the God Emperor as a test of will, a molding a character, or a punishment for hitherto undisclosed sins. To insult or scoff at him may insult the saints.
Alright now, I'm not afraid of pissing off no saints, but I have all but respect for someone who makes it for their beard to be white. So I'll make pleasant enough conversation with him, and I will bring up in at least short abridged terms the matters with which I am most struggling. I point out at points that it is not quite to his degrees of capability, not for any failings on his part, but for size of fleet and strength of gun. It would seem that I am in need of people with a slightly sterner gaze, shifty eyes.
Right.
Perhaps,
Well,
Trader Umbolt, do you know of people who frequent here around here with better weaponry, bigger guns?
All right. So when you go to find him, you're going to find him at his ship, the Righteous Crusader, and the ship's ambassador and Umboldt's most trusted ally, Fritz Dormand, will see to it that you have all the courtesy that the ship has to offer and inquires about the details of the visit. Now, for his trials, Umbolt suffers few scars and augmentations. An ornate bionic device replaces his left hand, complete with brass inlaid fingers and metacarpals, in addition to a flexible rotating device set where he had once had a wrist. His clothing is simple, elegant, and old, but fastidiously well kept. Um, from what little he speaks to you, he seems to be very no nonsense and utilitarian.
Alright, fair enough. So as it be, I tend to be more subtle when it comes to conversation, although I find myself as standing out quite a bit more than one would usually expect. I've got a camellia line cloak drawn about my shoulders most times, but apparently having ears and hair like this makes one stand out more than a measure. Still as it is, I speak mostly a straight tongue. I say mostly because it's not my nature to one line straight through. but I do my best.
Sorry, I went back to your splash screen to look at your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, actually, because this character is new, let's go back to the splash screen real quick. And let's just show off the new token that Scour herself drew.
Yay.
This is Rula. Would you like to do a little bit of introduction, at least about the appearance of your character? I'm sure a lot of the other stuff will come to light when you meet the Urquides.
Well, for the most part, her eyes are open and bright. Her build is curvy, and her manner of speaking is definitely foreign, that's to be sure. So it stands, though. She's certainly a smart enough person. She picks up language and cant with mystical ease and a mimicry of language which helps in situations, especially when one stands out such as this. She is of average height and average build, average all of everything except for a little bit of extra buxomness and a slight adjustment to the hips. For the most part, her skills would seem laid into being somewhat unnoticed. Where she really shines happens to be down to matters of gathering information, an extra word here or there to point people in the ways she wants them to go, and a critical eye for details, a possibly skilled tracker, but far as ear useless in a fight despite the rather impressive gun belted to her side.
And sharp-eyed viewers will notice ears peeking up the top of her head.
Ah yes, it would happen to be that Rula has large pointy wolfen ears and a big fluffy tail that pokes out from round back of her cloak.
How very curious. I wonder if this will ever come up ever.
No, it of course not. Of course not. That's nothing to do with this character's entire development arc at all or nothing.
What?
No, not a bit.
Alright. I want to make sure that I say the right thing for this.
It's true as all I've a tale to tell about my history and past.
I see what you did there.
Does it wiggle a little bit?
It does. It mostly wags. Wiggling is for when she's irritated, not that she'll let it happen too obviously. Wiggling her tails is for coy cats and crafty foxes. A wag is an honest thing.
Alright. So a lot of this stuff will be made apparent to the ship's ambassador, and he will, of course, inquire to what you are, and you'll give him the little data slate with the message, and he'll nod and then take it, and eventually Wrath himself will come to you, and he's polite enough in conversation to begin with. But when you start asking about, someone to aid you with whatever task you have, especially someone when you're asking about someone with a lot of military might, he'll tell you that, well, one of the ones that anyone would tell you is that the young firebrand Caligos Winterscale is one of the more violent and warlike of the rogue traders wandering about here, but he seems to be involved in a bitter war with Aspis Corda at the moment, another rogue trader.
Fair is told. I'm not exactly looking for people of war so much as I'm looking for people of strength with a mind for business, such as it be.
Well, if you were looking for someone like that, perhaps Oif Armengard, but they haven't been seen around here for a while. But there have been stirrings, especially with the recent events around here, that Rogue Trader has a pair of Rogue Traders, a brother and a sister who both co-share a warrant of trade have been in and out of Port Wander quite often, um, unloading massive amounts of ship parts and strange technologies, and even have made football. Yes, and what did I say?
Port Wonder.
Port Wander, right? Football.
Footfall.
Port Wander's on the other side of the mall.
Yeah.
Oop, should probably move us back over to back over here to football.
Footfall.
Football. All right. And have made a name for themselves with the Mechanicus, such as that they've been granted an entire frigate, and they themselves cruise the stars in a full-class cruiser.
Alright then, when you're saying cruiser, I'll need to be brought very much up to date. It happens to be that I've got quite the eye and memory for technology seen as rather old, but putting a name to a face right now is where my knowledge is struggling with its intersections.
This is a dictator class cruiser, but if you have been out of the loop as much as what I suspect you have been, you would not know its class, but it was based off of a lunar class cruiser.
Alright,
Modified design.
Doop, doop. Alright.
Yeah, the lunar class sounds really familiar to things that your people, like he'll describe it to you. It was called something slightly different, at least according to your records, but back when you had it was called the Luna class, or the moon of Terra.
Right, alright. I see what you mean. That would be a fearsome piece to have an assistance. At the very least. And you're saying that they'd spend quite a lot of time around here in Footfall?
They have been working extremely closely with the Adeptus Mechanicus and other factions within the city.
Might as such be that I'll have to make a visit then to these Mechanicus, see what I can learn about them on the way. Also, couldn't hurt to get in touch with people who can at least assign information to what I have as far as knowledge is concerned. Otherwise, I've got a lot of catching up to do.
The Uruguay's ties to the Mechanicus are such as that if you start making overly obvious questions about them to the Mechanicus will inform them. After all, the frigate they were given is entirely manned by Mechanicus-allied forge worlders.
Alright, I see. I'll start subtle and then probably reveal it by mistake. Big ol' air quotes there on mistake. Make sure they're at least aware of me before I start turning up. Probably do me a favor as far as concerned.
I have heard rumor that they lost some crew members on a voyage. Their ship was attacked and it's undergoing some minor repairs. You could perhaps find a way in that way.
Alright, far as be it. Seems like a start at the very least. I will make my visitations to these Mechanicus then and see what can be done. I happen to have some old bits and pieces that I'm sure would be of interest to them. At the very least, information old enough. I'm sure you can see by that data slate, but there is no shortage of shit that they've probably never seen from ages dark and gone.
Did you show him like the entire thing? And
No,
also,
I'd let him see like a bit of it, just a little bargaining piece.
Hello, Em.
Yo,
How goes the Koreaning? Did you do it very
I can't
Canadianly?
hear anything. I don't
No?
know why.
Hello.
Hello?
I heard him speak, but he cannot hear us. He has no eyes, but he must scream.
He should probably jump in and out. Hang on. Yeah, he's not in the roll. He's not in the roll 20 now.
Okay.
Hi.
M? Hmm. Maybe his headset's not connected properly.
Guess not. Alright, hopefully he'll resolve that in the scene.
Yeah. Well, he can speak up when he's ready.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, he seems to be very. He seems like he's told you, all you wish to know. Before you leave, he will stop you. I would. Can you hear SM?
Yeah, my speakers were muted.
Oh, okay.
Hooray! Hi.
Hey. Yeah.
As for an alcohol fugue, yes.
Ha! I called it.
Oh, yeah, Korean levels of shit faced. They really do know how to
Yes.
drink, don't they?
They actually do. They're the exception that makes stereotypes a rule. Where like Asian people can't drink and they don't drive well. Well, Koreans both drive very well and can drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a thing for that because certain peoples from China, Japan, and Korea can't metabolize alcohol because of genetic variant that impairs production of the enzyme that does that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
referring to. Like, I have a couple Asian friends where they'll get very red faced when they drink, and it is actually a genetic barrier. Like you said, it prevents the production of the
Not that it
enzyme.
fucking stops them
Yeah.
though. They will just go.
one of my
they'll still
friends, she
drink.
just have like one cocktail a night, and then maybe a beer, and then the next day would be like super hungover. But I'd have like like a bottle of liquor, and that'd be fine.
A stray quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just really sucks when people can't enjoy the things that they like. Because she really did like drinking,
Yeah.
but
No, and
eventually
that's
she
the
just
same.
had to stop because it just made her so sick.
Yeah.
It does not stop
So,
the Koreans.
anyways.
But yes,
Yeah.
he stops Rilla.
And he will tell you that to at least watch your manners around the twins, especially the elder sister. She can be a bit fiery tempered.
Rilla will actually bark laughter at that, and she'll thump her chest to like ash-coated carapace. And none of the ash seems to scatter off or smudge or anything along that line. It just sits there on her armor. If an individual is fiery, then it may very well be that we'll get along better than you'd think.
Well, go with the emperor, little one.
She looks around. Aye, that is true. And yourself. Good luck with whatever your next adventures may be.
Okay. So,
Watch out for dragons. And she will depart.
all right. And so while you make your way over to the Adeptus Mechanicus, Bob,
Yeah.
we're gonna lance back over to splash screen, and you gotta explain to the what audience we have why there is Ash Williams as your character's token.
You mean Cat Neck McCrommer?
Yeah, I was still working on the last name.
Cat McCromicon.
Cat McCromicon. Yes. Well, that is actually sort of who I based it off of. He's actually an Imperial Knight. As in the guy with the big, somewhat big, stumpy robot.
Does he have a chainsaw hand?
I have not rolled for. He does not, but his knight does.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a
might
start.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't rolled for acquisitions yet.
It's true. I intend to do mine quote unquote at the Mechanicus and see if I can score some cool shit too, actually.
And he is meant to be a quote unquote gift to the Hercules.
There you go,
Uh,
Scout. You can
but-
show that to the stream. It's safe for work.
It is
So tiny.
it is a 200 by 210 picture, but yes,
So tiny.
there's a little itty bitty square.
Why is it so small? It's proper big on mine.
That's what she said.
It's fine. I'll open it up.
Mm.
There we go.
If she said it's proper big on mine, I'm worried about pegging.
Worried.
Hold on to your butts. It's cool. I brought it up. It's a big thing, and it is indeed a chainsaw arm. And then is that a flamer or a melter arm?
Melt the arm.
Cool.
Yes.
I approve.
All right. So, it's actually probably going to be a lot easier to introduce your character because you're going to have your. How do you want to be introduced? Do you want to have already been there, or while they're there, your ship to have approached Footfall and then started hailing them?
I think it'd be better for them to have approached Footfall and started hailing them. Because I don't think the Knight household was fully aware until just recently that the main ship has been brought back. So it took some time.
Yeah, and you can also say warp shenanigans where you arrive either earlier or way later than you thought you would.
Sure.
Warp is weird, man.
Warp is weird. I can tell you some strange things about the warp, that's for sure.
Alrighty then. So, we'll get done with character introductions and getting you guys, get done with Bob's introduction a little here, and then we'll work on both of yours acquisitions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go over here.
And to open some books in preparation, because I've decided that I want my acquisitions to all be cybertech, because that shit is dope. We'll see how it goes.
Nice. Let me click on Bob's thing because. And who's this?
Winter.
Hey,
Hello.
Winner.
Yo,
Hi.
Bats, how's it going?
Stuff. It's going alright. I'm tired. I just got home from work.
Fair enough.
I didn't expect to be away this long.
Yeah, such is life. In the zone.
Just a bunch of orders after 8.
Yeah.
It's fine, man. It's gonna be a short session, but we're gonna get a good leeway in as far as we can. So, Bob, what house are you a part of? Is it Macromer, or are you one of the offshoot parts of the house?
He's one of the offshoot parts of the house.
Okay. So do you have a name of the house that has a outstanding either debt or friendship with the House Orquides?
It was both now, but I don't have the name. I was trying to think of it on my way home, but I couldn't quite think of one.
Couldn't think of one. Couldn't remember what it was.
I couldn't think of one.
All right.
Unless I'd already mentioned one to Merzindi or Ram, but I don't remember that coming up.
No, I don't think you mentioned it to me.
Yeah, I just couldn't think of one.
Well, you can, if anyone has a name for a night house that sounds cool, go ahead and rattle one off. I looked up Seventh Sanctum, but then I realized that all of these don't sound proper nightly. Like Rokan Court sounds pretty good, but if you don't mind being named after a vampire, so I'll just start doing other stuff. I think I have a nightly name generator. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just let this load up. If it would ever do it.
So I didn't miss anything, huh?
Not really, no. We got started about 10 minutes ago.
All right, so
Merrick. House Merrick.
yeah, I know. I really want to do a bunch of 40k references, but there we go. Yeah, it wouldn't load for me. Bob, click on Merzendi's link.
You should be Thorn Cox. Clichet. Pitsay. Dollar. Amberburn. Almost as cool as Amberbud.
Feather
Oh,
rain.
Nate, do it, Amber. Do it. Do it. Do
House
Amber Bud.
Amberbud.
Do it. Do it.
Named after the
House
great fairy
Davion.
herself.
Davian.
No, Amber Bud. It's a great joke.
Nope.
I know the battle tech ones are great, but
Bruce Strong.
Brew Strong.
Yes.
You should just be of House Wayne, the Dark Knight.
Is that how? Okay.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good. Alright.
Like, well, we were having this conversation with Huff as to how Belgians brew strong.
They do.
No. Y'all just brew this week.
Carl is just wake.
Yeah, I don't drink cider, so bleh.
I mean, even the
Anyways.
beers are pretty strong.
I would assume so. Anyways, so Bob. No, I think this would be the point where Ambrosia, you're working on His Majesty's Certain Gaze. You're trying to replace the crew that got slightly blasted apart by howler cannons, you know. And you've ordered you have just ordered your janitor the last night to start working on cloning your brother. He says he'll do what he can. So, when you receive a patched-in call from an Imperial vessel that has just entered the edge of the football system.
This is the Lady Urakides. Who am I speaking to?
Can you hear me? It
Yep.
didn't do the beep boops anymore.
Hey.
Okay. Well, at least you can hear me. This is Captain Bet Stark of the Imperial warship, the Eternal Vigilance. We have a Lord Knight who wishes to speak to you.
An Imperial Knight? Very well. I can spare him a few minutes.
As you wish, my lady. Patching him through.
That's the sound of his ringtone.
Bob, you are upon a small Imperial warbird that agreed to take you, and I forget what the small group of they're trained by the tech priests, but they're specifically to repair your Imperial Knight.
Books.
Actually,
Sacristans. There we go. Thank
Iron
you.
Squires.
Fix monkeys.
Sacristans.
I like my name more.
Anyways. So you have a small retinue of sacristans and your Imperial Knight, and you have just been patched through by the captain of this vessel to the Trader Admiral Ambrosia Alita Ermine Olympia Urquatus.
This the sound of the tapping on a microphone. And hello, is this thing on? Is this thing on?
I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, this is nightly Cat McCromer. is it requesting board? I've been sent by Nightly House Bruce Strong to support your efforts into this wild frontier.
I really wanted you to just answer the call. Klaatu, Barada, Nikto, or name your Imperial Knight that.
No, I was thinking of another name for the Imperial Knight, but
Just name it Latin for Book of the Damned. All right, sorry, continue.
I see that he might actually do something funny similar to that with the Ambrosia. Your Credes. What? I said her name. Totally did.
I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this a lot.
He's just taken to talking to his Imperial Knight, just all of his very, very judgmental ancestors.
Yeah. Ambrosia's going to flick the mute button briefly and say, Monique, does there exist a Knightly House Brewstrong?
She will confirm, yes, that there is an Imperial Knightly House of the Brewstrongs, and they come from whatever sector Bob says they come from. What sector are you from, Bob? Gothic sector? Calixis?
I don't know the differences between sectors, so Gothics, yeah.
Gothic up there is around where there have been known to be Tau, and that's where I think 12th Black Crusade was.
Yes.
Yeah, the 12th Black Crusade was where they hunted down the whatever they were called, the Star Fortresses.
The
Yeah,
Onyx Fortresses, I think they were called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fair enough.
Also, Gothic sector is just fun to say.
Yeah. Well,
Right. She will confirm the Brewstrongs are a knightly house of the Gothic sector.
Every day we step further and further from the Emperor's light. Flick the talk button again. Very well, Sir Cat. His Majesty is currently undergoing repairs. You will not be able to dock directly, but I am sure that a berth nearby can be secured for you.
That's amazing.
I apologize for entirely derailing you with that, but I had too much fun typing it.
It's quite fun reading it.
That's my whole life.
All right.
All right, so I guess I'm going to the to find a berth to lay down.
Okay.
I guess.
You don't say goodbye. You're just like, all right, I'm done.
All right. Sure thing, lady.
Click. Ah, shit, I forgot to say over.
Oh, you haven't met him. You haven't even met him face to face yet. It's gonna get even better.
I'm excited. Anyways, Ambrosia, a rogue trader, is technically in charge of footfall while she's here. Would you like to order a berth nearby to have the Eternal Vigilance dock?
Mm-hmm. and I will inform Beep Boop to start making preparations for to receive an Imperial Knight.
Anally.
You see his mechanical brows go very comically high.
That's real proof when you know your humanity's gone, when you need eyebrow increments ratcheted in. They get stuck up there, you have to squirt oil onto your forehead.
Wait, let me look at Beep Boop. He's the one, yeah, he's the one I'm thinking of. Here, I'll bring you back to the other page.
Did he actually have iron
no,
eyebrows?
No, but look, all of his eyes have been replaced.
Okay, so he does. Yeah, okay, he would need techno
So
eyebrows.
He has. Let's see how many eyebrows are raised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eyebrows are raised.
That's just the ones on his face.
I know, right?
Yeah, you don't see him raise his nipples, but he does.
Does he? I assume he has optical mechadendrites.
Oh yeah.
Do they have eyebrow mechadendrites?
Let's say yes.
He has Maglev eyebrows.
Do they have her above his head?
You have no idea how much I love maglev coils. They're great.
Yep, little floaties, float, hover.
All right. So, with that, that'll be Bob's intro, and now we're going to start acquisitions for the beginning of your 2 characters. Then we'll get started in getting Rula docked. Hey, well, introducing the crew, I mean. So, Scow is first. So, Scow,
Yeah.
what acquisitions would you like to do?
Well, while I'm in Mechanicus Spire, I happen to have myself a large selection of archaic knowledges at my fingertips, at least 5,000 years in age. And probably access to a few relics, although I do not currently have access to them. I need to, that's later game handling. The ship I came in on, I know, is, although struggling to remain flight-worthy, made up of epically old shit, which I know really talks their drives.
Yep, but as you remember, to requisition for things, you use the ships thing. So we're also going to be hand-waving some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, remember, you use the profit factor to requisition stuff.
Right. What is RPF?
47 right now.
Okay. I'll put that somewhere. 47. Cool. And what modifiers am I able to garner out of my epic levels of commerce?
Commerce works the same way as it does in Only War, I believe.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
It has much less of an impact here.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me look at
each
the thing.
degree of success is 2%.
Oh, okay.
But it is an
Trader.
opposed commerce test.
Oh, bring it on, Roboman.
Isn't it just bring it on stray rolling? Hang on, I'll roll 100 in a second. I'm just opening up the Merzendi just did 2nd edition acquisitions, so.
Yep. It's pretty good. Oh.
Anyways. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Someone else do the math.
I don't know, what was their commerce roll, because I guess it would be success then just adding failures, I suppose.
Yeah, hang on. Their commerce would have been, what is your commerce mech boy? It's not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. It's 45.
Alright, so 8.4 DOS becomes about 13? I think that's 13 DOS? Or is that just barely over 13? Oh, degrees of failure don't go into the post test, so it's just I got 7 against 88.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, still pretty good, I think. Alright, so that becomes 16 extra PF for stuff?
18.
18 extra. Dope. Oh, right, yeah, 9. Brain. 18 extra PF. So cool. That's pretty good. So I would like a good quality MIU.
Good quality MIU. Need to have more open than this. Let me get back to what I'm looking at here. We used the scarcities didn't really change in between Only War and Rogue Trader, did they?
Correct.
I've got both of them open. MIU is rare in both. And then whatever the improvement is for making it good, I guess very rare.
Yeah. And it's you only want one, so that's a plus 30.
It is. It's negligible. And then it's a minus. What for all that? I can't do math this good on the fly. Hang on.
It's a plus 10 total.
Plus 10 total. All right.
And
So
so I have
roll
to
under
beat
57.
I have to beat 57. Okay. All right, so it's my good MIU.
Mhm.
Record that all in a sec. I guess there is a cybernetics thing. All right, cool. Good MIU. All right, and I want my peepers improvified while I'm there. That seems like a smart thing to get because I don't got that dark sizite. I don't think I do, at least. Pretty sure I don't.
You got like low light vision. You don't have exactly dark sight, so you can see okay in like dark and moonlight. But if you wanted to see perfectly, you'd have to have those eyes that Marcus had.
Hmm. Let's see here.
Or become a space marine. No, I'm not gonna have her make commerce roll for each one since she's doing everything at the same time.
Sure. And what other stuff can I get to tech me out? Because, I mean, the eyes seem like a good start as well. Are there any things that make me even better at the Seneschal-esque people skill things?
Calculus Logi.
And what's the thing that lets you change your face?
Powers.
The thing that lets you change your face?
Unregistered psyker powers from the thing where you could just touch them and then they want to be your friend.
It is incredibly difficult for her race to gain any psyker powers.
Yeah, it's next to him. Like, they don't really happen amongst my race. I'm more resistant to them, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, I can already. It would be great if I could change my face because I can already mimic voices basically perfectly.
There's a reason why they were super boned when they try to do anything, because they don't have any astropaths and they don't have any navigators, since neither of those two things come naturally in their society.
Yep.
And all right, Merzen, did you remember what book it was in?
No.
Okay, because I just looked over the things in. Do you remember if it was at least in Rogue Trader or Only War?
No.
Because that really sounds like something that would be in Dark Heresy.
I mean, I'm currently looking in hostile acquisitions because I feel like that's the one it would be in Rogue Trader.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Twitch mask, yes.
A Twitch mask. Okay, so how does Twitch mask work?
Hostile acquisitions, page 70. A complex network of microservos and subskin synth flesh dispensers. Twitch masks allow a user to adjust his facial features at will, altering shape and texture in a matter of moments. Rare and difficult to implant, they are nonetheless favored by confidence tricksters and any others for whom being recognized is a liability. A character with a Twitch mask gains a plus 10 bonus on all disguise tests. Poor craftsmanship versions give you a level of fatigue each time you use.
Give you mask face. I'm not an animal.
Good quality versions incorporate pigment glands and vox manipulators, allowing for more thorough changes and giving a +20 on disguise tests.
So you become Dana Carvey. Turtle,
Hmm.
turtle.
And
No one?
in
All right.
Yes.
second edition, disguise is
Super
rolled
good
into.
enough for you?
In second edition, disguise is rolled into deceive.
Oh, you mean this thing that I roll at 101 on base?
Amazing. So
Yeah.
you want to go for that thing?
Yeah, I guess so. What's the rarity on just a normal one? I don't think I need it in best. I also am a voice mimic.
Very rare.
Very rare by itself.
Damn it, I had to roll my 16 already. Never mind, everything is great. Alright, Twitch mask.
So you get a good quality one.
Dope.
Yeah, rolling 6 and under gets you a better one. We've been doing that for a long time.
Yep. And fuck it, while I'm having my face played with, let's go with what's the difference between cybernetic eyes and optical oh no, optical mechadendrite is literally the eye on a tentacle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are useful, but I don't have a hookup for mechadendrite.
And you can't as a non
Yeah.
member
yeah.
of the
So let's go with improved senses.
Oh my.
I want to do X-ray chronographer. Epic. Alright.
Bob, how many terabytes of that do you have?
What?
No reroll.
Do you even have to roll, Scout?
Oh wait, no I don't. Never mind. Oh, I take it back.
Yeah, you're rolling at a what?
Cybernetic
57, 8
senses.
plus, at a what? 47 plus 18.
Yeah, that's a 65, and then like.
You could just buy
what's
the.
Yeah, I can
variety
just
of
buy a
cybernetic
success.
eyes.
Cybernetic eyes is actually rare, so I'm good actually.
Yeah.
And it's a plus 30 for.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you getting cybernetic eyes, or are you getting the vat-grown eyes that you place over your eyes?
What the fuck are those?
Listen, that's what Rem got. What are they called? Hang on, let me look it up in Rogue Trader. They're like vat-grown things that you get your corneas ripped out and replace with those.
That sounds unpleasant. A baleful eye, obviously. Like,
No, it was
looks
this
the
entire
kill.
thing.
I have no idea.
I remember when he told me about it, I was like, "That's horrifying. Do it." All right, let me actually look it up since Rem's not here. Marcus, he should have written it down anyways. Gear. Oh yeah, intercariatic ocular implants.
They sound horrifying. I also think they're probably a damn sight a lot rarer than what I'm getting, so...
I mean, is it even more horrifying than to get your eyes scooped out and replaced?
I mean, having extra eyes, like, essentially glued onto the front of my eyes.
Well, no, it's removing the cornea. It's just taking out a part of your eye and replacing that.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, let's go with that. Does that still give me the dark sight and the resistance to getting, like, flash grenaded?
I think it just gives you dark sight. I can't find what book he got it from.
Yeah.
And he spelled ocular wrong.
Ocola!
Now I just put 2 C's in it.
Let's see here.
So that's also hostile acquisitions. It's literally the thing immediately before the Twitch mask.
Oh, okay. So, what's its rarity in comparison, and does it prevent flash?
It's scarce?
What?
Fuck yeah!
You gain dark sight trait and are immune to the effects of photon flash grenades. These implants consist of additional layers built into the cornea of the recipient, whether gene-altered organic matter just below the surface or advanced photo auger technology implanted over the surface of the eye. Regardless of the source, the impact enhances the vision of the recipient, allowing him to see in ways he would be unable to be able to. Small and simple to implant, interkaryotic implants tend not to be obvious in appearance to true bionic eyes and tend to be favored by those who would prefer not to have their appearance marred by obvious cosmetics.
Shit, can you type out the name of that? I guess I'm getting those instead, because that's dope and very easy to
Page
get.
70, Hostile Acquisitions.
Thank you.
You'll have to remove the random capitalization that the PDF has included.
I had to check that and be like, did you sneak some kind of dirty word in with the capitalization? Enter Karatal.
It's just M's, A's, I's, and C's, really.
Yeah, very strange.
Well, see, the thing with being a rogue trader is you can get a lot of really, really cool stuff for yourself because they never have to worry about buying a bolt gun or augmetics or stuff like that because they're busy buying worlds.
It's true, I suppose. How many times do I get to acquisition, or is that me used up now?
It's really up to the GM, and I'm going to give you 5.
Okay, alright. So I got a good MIU, a Twitch mask, and eye implants. So I see good, I disguise good, and I brain better. What other
It's
shit goes
basically
with that?
the amount of time you want to spend here, and there needs to be some time spent here, like repairing the ship and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm letting you take this time because there are weeks that you need to wait for your stuff to be available. So you guys are basically going to be spending about a month here. 2 weeks for repairs, and then there's 4 acquisitions and stuff like that. It'll take various weeks and stuff like that. So you guys are gonna take about rather than do all the math for it, I'll give you about 3 weeks so you guys are gonna be here.
Okay. Then
So I'll let you go
if you wanna jump to Bob for a bit, I'm gonna look into the last 2 things. So I'm probably not gonna go with any more cramming techware into me, but I also don't know what's worth owning. I'm gonna do some book browsing.
Oh,
If I were you, I would keep the bolt gun because despite the hell gun might do more damage on average, you can you can make it up to a best quality and then get either like Tempest rounds or Inferno rounds because that stuff's just fun to have. And when you switch over to them, like Tempest rounds cause haywire, which are great for like shooting at machines from a long ways away. Not Tempest rounds, Inferno rounds, you can light people on fire. Different explosive rounds you could, it's just fun.
Yeah, okay, let's have a look here.
But it's really up to you.
Ranged
Would prefer just the best quality hell gun.
Bolt. Do I have the lock pattern bolt gun? I forget what it is, or is it bolt pistol?
Yeah, it's a bolt gun. You have a full size bolt gun. It's common quality right now.
Okay, cool. Then I guess I will. Ooh. Maybe I will get it upgraded to an even better, just a different type of bolt weapon.
It's up to you.
I will book browse.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Or if you prefer to keep the las gun, do what you want.
I mean, I got that dope ass Inferno pistol, and I'm quite happy with it. That's very much a short range thing. The reason I was considering the las gun in the first place is like 120 meter range in.
No, Hellgun is 80.
Hellgun is, but the one in this is the thingy Lucius Hellgun, which is 110.
If it's a different pattern, Merzendi, are we just gonna keep that?
I was always intending that you could grab stuff from any of the books.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll go with that. If that's what you want, Scout, knock yourself out. So
I am, as of yet, undecided, but yeah, go for Bob. I'll look over my stuff for these last 2 things.
Okay.
I want to mire it down.
We'll go for Bob. And do you want to make a commerce roll to be helping Bob out on this when he's trying to get stuff?
Sounds like a good idea. There you go. A modest 35 out of 91. In fact, wait, now I'm full of tech things for them. That's an extra 10 on it. Because they like people with that shit. Where is it?
Alright.
Also, apparently I have a hard bargain, so I get more profit factor on thingy tests. Oh no, that's for handing in the end of an acquisition, I think. Never mind.
End of an endeavor.
Ah, alright.
Hey Bob, Merzendi. Can you give me the formula for plugging in so it just shows the degree of success? It deleted itself off of my Rogue Trader cheat sheet.
Sure, give me 2 minutes.
Or Drunk Stray did it to me. Either way.
Damn you, party liquor! Hostile Acquisitions is a fun book. I feel like I'll put that on
It
my
really is.
screen to show it off instead. Blip. There we go, stream can look at me do that shit.
Some stuff I'm gonna say you can't get in the Corono sector, but all the stuff in Rogue Trader you can. Some of the stuff, like if you're looking in Dark Heresy, yeah, some of it it's just stuff that's more core word.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like one of those masks that makes you invisible to psychers.
So which bit do I replace with what I'm looking for? I'm confused.
The maths, you mean to calculate the degrees of success?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, thanks. That is a very confusing sentence for me.
What do I need to beat if I want to get something that's near unique?
Minus 40, I think. Or is it minus 50 and then minus 60 for unique?
It's minus 50. Just to open up the GDoc that's pinned, Scal. It has all of the tables you need in.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Is it in talent conversion or RT second A? RT second A, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah. You just go. No. It was just pinned today, Scal.
Oh.
It's its own document.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just look at the most recent pin.
Dope.
So, straight. That's the formula you would use to convert, like, the standard dice roll that the character sheet does into degrees of success. The first one, you would strip out the outer layer of square brackets, and that lets you just make a roll as a GM that shows degrees of success. Like base, you would put in their actual characteristic plus skill. Modifier, you'd put in the situational modifier, and then you just press the enter button.
Okay. I misclicked. Oh well, whatever.
Yes, that would be the basic idea, Stray. But if you actually use the way I typed it out the first time, just strip out the outer square brackets, that gives you pop-ups that you can type in.
That's pretty cool.
Pop-ups, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Strip out the outer square brackets of the first one?
Yep.
Oh,
So-
okay. I'm not sure what you mean by pop-ups, though, but I'll go with it.
I mean, it literally gives a little pop-up in the middle of the screen that lets you input numbers.
Crazy. So I just copy and paste over as is, and then I use the pop-up?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. So input value, and then the base is what? Okay. And the modifier. I feel bad about myself almost constantly.
You get used to it.
Yeah, and that plus 10 wasn't supposed to be there.
Alright. So that was pretty.
No,
pretty
actually, it
cool.
was. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Yeah.
You really went all out with your commerce.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, this character is straight up a talker. Like, it's part of why I feel guilty about still kind of wanting to roll for a Archaeotech bolt gun. Just to say that I got one. It
I don't even
feels
know where
it
those
feels
are.
so needlessly greedy.
Where even would that be in? What book is that in?
Hostile Act.
Let's see.
It's actually a thing.
Yeah, an Archaeotech bolt gun is a 120-meter range bolt gun S/3/blank. Page 50.
Okay.
It is near unique, which is why I'd originally asked. I just saw. I was like, I
Wow.
want one just to have it. I know, crazy.
I would go for it if I were you.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's also that range thing. All right,
I will not punish you for trying to get something that you can.
dope.
Oh. All right. Sorry about that, Hoff. I was on the other page.
All right, feel better, Hoff. Oh, he's already escaped. Okay, bolt gun. Fuck. Rerolling.
Wait. Did you include all your bonuses for it being on? Like, remember, it's a minus 50, but then a plus 30 because you're only getting it for yourself. You have to go down
Which
the
would
entire
mean
thing.
you passed by 5.
That's so silly. Fuck yeah. All right. And I mean, I gave up my old bolt gun because I didn't need it. Or I guess a best quality hotshot las because that sounds like a thing that's worth more money.
If you want to say this could be another relic from your homeworld, and
Sure.
you just went through that
Hand
thing,
wave over that. Yeah.
I don't mind if you traded out one of your starting weapons for a much better starting weapon.
Sure, let's call it something thematic, like a Dragon's Roar Archaeotech bolt gun.
Alright, now let me just...
I think it's dope as fucking shit.
It really is. Take that, hotshot Laz. Then Mercendy's gonna tell me that the match still works out, the hotshot Laz is better, and I'm gonna get mad.
No, because it has almost double the fixed damage a normal bolt gun does.
Yeah.
The tech one wins handily.
Now I want one of those.
In fact, the Archaeotech bolt gun averages 20 effective damage.
Amazing.
Reliable tearing.
Hey, Scow.
Yeah?
Give me one in Dark Heresy. You know you want to.
If you earn it, there is actually... God, it's been a while since I looked at it, but I have a table of things that can be found in that city.
Hold on. There's a reason the Archaeotech bolt gun has so much damage. It's not human-sized. But if you scroll down to the text where it says Relic Bolt Gun, you require a minimum strength bonus of 6 to wield, or it counts as a heavy weapon.
I believe
Because
there's I might get a psionic arm.
Is an Astartes bolt gun.
Alright, so I guess my last is going to be a best quality cybernetic arm. Otherwise I can't. Even then, actually, I don't think that raises it enough. Bugger.
I know those days.
But I'm never gonna be that strong.
Muscle implants. You still have more. You still have.
I have one acquisition.
Yes. Go for like the muscle implants.
The one jacked beefman arm. Stylistically, I am not into that. I do not.
No, the one that just the. Oh no, I'm thinking skin. That's just tough.
Yeah. There is one version of muscle that makes you stronger, and then the one that makes you like strong enough to wield heavy stuff one-handed reduces your agility because it gives you a soul beefman arm. You just become an outrageously jacked beef beast on like one
you
arm.
just become Quagmire after you discover the internet.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, after browsing 5 terabytes of juicy goodness, just one outrageously huge arm. Yeah, no, that's oh well. It'll just count as heavy. I'm gonna keep it because I like it. I don't regret that roll.
Giggity.
Exactly. Let's see here.
And there's no one saying that you can't eventually just decide that the flesh is weak and you really, really, really want a bionic arm. You can do it later.
I mean, I have one thing left. I might get the bionic arm now, just to future-proof myself with my last thing. Because it would be 10 extra strength, and then it's a lot cheaper for me to characteristic into it.
So, yeah.
Yeah, right. BQ, cybernetic arm, thank you very much.
Alrighty then.
That's me done.
What's up, Merzendi?
What's the scarcity on the bionic arm?
Lower than near unique, even when it's best quality.
Are you sure?
I will double
hang on.
Let's look.
Remember, best quality by itself is a -30. So.
Did you mean best or good?
Cancels.
Best. The
Bionic arm
is
good. It only goes up to good bionic arms.
Oh.
It goes poor. It goes common, poor, good.
Oh, okay.
No, poor, common, good. Anyways, they provide a +10 on agility tests, requiring delicate manipulation such as sleight of hand, and add a +10 bonus to strength test using the arm.
All right then. So I guess just good. I will have no problem with that.
Then yeah, you get it. No
Sweet.
problem.
All right. And I'm going to say it's my right arm.
And hey, you can still be good at fingering with that +5 to agility. I mean, you're fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
No, +10 to agility.
+10 to agility. I thought it was a +5, but a +10 to strength.
No,
+5
good
to
bionic
agility.
arms provide a +10 bonus on agility tests requiring delicate manipulation, such as finding the clitoris,
Oh,
and
so
adds
they
a
do.
+10 bonus to strength tests using the arm.
Yep. +10 on both.
Yep.
Never mind. All right. So that is your acquisitions out of the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. Sorry it took so long.
No, it's fine. I actually do enjoy shopping in D and downtime in D because I suck. Hey, Bob.
You get me closer to God.
So, you want to get a bunch of cool stuff, don't you? Yeah, I know you do. So, you effectively have a 59 profit factor right now. So you need to roll under 59 to get whatever you want. So, have you decided what you want, Bob?
I want a robot arm. Yeah.
By the way,
Why
there is a type of robot arm that doesn't have a hand on it, so you can stick chainsaws to it. I can't remember what it's called, but there is straight up a type of robot arm that is the, like, no hand, this will not do anything other than probably carry a big fucking gun version. Give me a moment and I will totally find it for you.
And there's also robot arms that split open, and there turns out, oh, that was a hotshot las pistol the entire time.
Here we go, yes, the servo limb.
Do you have to be part of the Adeptus Mechanicus for that?
No, it's the kind that you would have heavy industrial tools put on, found in the depths of Hive Cities, forced upon heavy bond labourers and other unfortunates whom natural tools are insufficient. The servo limb is a bionic arm with no hand and consequently can't be used for fine manipulation or any task that requires holding an object with that hand, or, for that matter, both hands. The heavy tool, most commonly a buzzsaw or a pneumo hammer, a rock drill, mono shears, a chainsaw, or other dangerous objects, is in all cases a melee weapon dealing 1d10 plus 4, rending or impact, depending on the tool, with a pen of 2 and tearing and unbalanced.
I have a power sword.
Then you actually just want a sweet arm like my one then.
A normal sweet arm, yes.
I thought you were actually about to just fucking Williams it up.
That would also make sitting on the throne mechanicum a bit awkward.
But, yeah.
So what? Good craftsmanship, I assume.
Yes.
All right, so for good craftsmanship, let's see. The availability for this, I already forgot.
Scarce.
Scarce. All right.
So that's a 0. It's negligible. That's a +30. Good is a -10. You've got a +20, Bob. So 79% chance.
All right, you got one.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, you have 4 more. What do you want?
Honestly, I have no. The arm was. Oh! Something horrible just happened. Whoa! What happened?
The
Are you okay,
pornography
Bob?
is rising.
My character sheet has a mind of its own.
Someone else flicking through Bob's character sheet.
No.
Because I went to
No?
open it and then it shrank and then it opened
All
itself.
right. Hang on.
Oh,
I'm
just
in your
close it.
character
Just
sheet now,
close it
Bob.
and open it.
Are you clicking through, Bob?
I was.
Okay. Well,
God. No, not my character sheet is borked.
I can open it
now-
up.
Now it's back to normal.
Okay.
You-
Well, all I did was I clicked you back to the player sheet bit. Your build is hunky, amazing.
I mean, my build is curvy as opposed to an actual build. So
Yeah, I
approve.
know. I generally make up stuff for mine as well, but it's just funny to see,
I mean, you should have gone with like chiseled, baby.
right? Or it should have just been the chin.
To build chin.
All right, man.
I love him. He's a dork.
What? Nope. I was looking at Macraw's character sheet, which is perfectly normal. Just the fuck happened to my character sheet?
I'll open it up again, Bob. All right, hang on. Let me do a thing. I'm just gonna kind of.
No, it just looks weird. It just looks weird. That's all that's wrong with it. Is it looks different than Macraw's. It's all scrunched up and like small. Good quality.
Everything is smaller when it's not an orc.
That's true. Cybernetic arm. See, in any good ideas? What I got? What I should probably get?
All right. Well, let me look at your gear.
An artificial
when you're-
heart.
When you're outside of the throne mechanicum, how do you fight?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I got sidearms, so I can use both my weapons without much problem.
What are those weapons?
Power sword and a hot shot last pistol.
Maybe
I can.
maybe try to go for a best quality plasma pistol. It will not overheat. Or maybe an inferno pistol. Those are always fun.
They are pretty fun. Can't confirm.
But you would kind of want range, because the reason why I say I wouldn't say inferno pistol is because your other weapon is a melee weapon, which means you'd always have to be within 10 meters of someone to be able to kill.
Yeah. 10 meters. Be rough.
Yeah. Shut
Bob,
up,
did
special
you-
snowflake.
Did you see what I put in chat?
Is there such thing as like subskin armor?
Yes, there is subdermal armor. Let me look it up. You know, I'm just gonna look it up on.
It's very rare.
Yeah, but I wanna. 40k. Only war. Core rulebook. The core rulebook is much better set up than the Rogue Trader core, so.
It is indeed.
Alright, I think I remember why I would want to warn you about that, but I want to make sure. All right, cybernetics, page 204. I would also suggest auto sanguine.
Also, Sanguine is pretty good.
Mm.
And the thing
Yeah,
you're
I
thinking
think-
of, M, was synth muscle. Indeed, yes. You can best craftsmanship gives you unnatural strength 4, but gives you -10 to agi tests because you're misshapen and unnatural now because you're so fucking jacked, beefy.
All right. The only thing about subskin armor is it just looks kind of weird and bulky. It's while not as impressive as most augmentations and sometimes uncomfortable, the subdermal subskin armor is very reliable. This implant adds a +2 armor points to the arms, body, and legs locations. This bonus is added to any other armor points for these locations.
And there's also separately cranial armor, which is just +1 to the head.
There's also you could opt for like an MIU to plug the thing that basically you wouldn't. I wouldn't say that you have to get an extra surgery for this. It's just you plug it into your weapon rather than plugging yourself into the Throne Mechanicum. There's-
Another. You said another MIU.
Do you have an MIU?
I have the nightly MIU. Which
Can that plug into a weapon?
Me and Merzindi talked about that. Merzindi said no.
I would kind of go the same way because
It's meant
basically
for
you're
a
plugging.
night.
Yeah. An Imperial Knight is much different than
A gun.
a gun. An Imperial Knight actually has a machine spirit with personality, and you're also connecting to the impressions of all of your ancestors who have ever used it. So you try for one of those. I would say that you could get a modification for it where you could plug it into where your MIU to plug into the Throne Mechanicum, but you would have to, you unplug that and plug that into your head. What else is cool?
The Throne Mechanicum just sounds kind of like a robo-toilet.
It's super cool though.
Oh, one second,
you
guys. I gotta go dump a few gears off at the Throne Mechanicum.
You could do what Scout did and get those little eye implants in so you can see in the dark and are immune to photon grenades. The photon grenades, yeah. Flash grenades. What else? Again, auto sanguine, real good.
Synth muscle.
Bionic
Baleful
rest. Yeah, baleful eye, really cool. Bionic respiratory system, also cool.
Fucking yeah, baleful eye.
Like, say if you're, the cockpit, for your knight were ever to like get punctured and like you fell into the water, your good bionic lungs would count as a full life support system. Thus, where if any reason the user's own respiratory system fails, your bionic system can keep your lungs oxygenated. They just do their own thing. Is that how they work? Maybe not. And you gain a +20 bonus to toughness tests made to resist airborne toxins and gas, so that's always fun. Baleful eye, always fun, as everyone's been saying. And yeah, bionic heart, where you just replace your heart with a bionic one, and you get a +1 armor to the body location.
Hmm.
And you get the sprint talent.
But if someone uses a haywire grenade on you,
Yeah.
you're just dead.
Hmm.
You could get like
So-
a crate of haze instead. Just get high as shit.
Hey Bob, do you have Hardy?
I do believe I do.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
Auto Sanguine wouldn't be too good, but it's still really fun. Because Auto Sanguine means you always heal if lightly damaged. But other than that, get better armor maybe for when you're outside, or what kind of things do you want to do with your character first of all? Or do you plan on doing much fighting outside of whatever you've named your Imperial Knight?
I'm sort of hoping not really. Like I should be mostly fighting duels, if anything. I want to fight duels with them.
Okay, so I would you will fight duels outside of it then.
Yes.
But other than that, all right. So first of all, I would suggest taking the duelist talent in, I think, Hammer of the Emperor.
I don't quite have the XP for it. I've spent
Yeah.
all.
Most of this thing has
I
got
know,
Duelist in it and Master Duelist, I believe.
And other than that, I'd take stuff that could increase, things you can do while in the cockpit.
Like
Like,
something
you
you could
know-
play Tetris on while you're sat around waiting.
Yeah, well, if your cockpit ever gets breached and you need to use an auger array, you could have your brain implanted with an auger array. If you didn't have the hardy talent, I'd have you take out a sanguine.
Oh,
Trade that power sword for the good or best
That's a
power
good
sword.
idea.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because the best power sword gives you a +10 when you're using it.
and also
I
weapon
would tell-
mods.
No. Get the big power axe.
Duelist.
He wants to be a duelist, not like an X-Man.
Yeah.
You axes are unwieldy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, but okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Part
The-
of dueling is parrying.
No, I'm saying like for. Oh wait, never mind. I mean for the knight. If you didn't have a chainsaw, get like the.
there's no.
They have a big axe. What's
There's-
it called?
There's. You're thinking for the dreadnought, and no, they
Oh,
don't.
okay.
Yeah, they don't have a giant power axe for a Imperial Knight.
Fucking
They might-
cheapskates.
Yeah, I think they have one for a Titan.
Dude, yeah, can you get your knight upgraded to a Titan, please?
I don't think that's. Yeah, it only costs the ship.
Oh, the chain cutlass looks cool. I'm like just looking at random melee weapons.
Let me see. I think of either upgrading my chainsword.
You mean a power sword?
Yeah, the power sword.
Because you have how many right now? You have 4.
4 acquisitions left.
Yeah. Let me see. I got the power sword. I sort of like the idea of the lungs. I like the things that are like mostly inside the body rather than relatively obvious bullshit.
Hang on. Let me look to make sure that it's not Mechanicus only.
What is it you're thinking of?
What?
Hang on. I'm looking at it right now. It's just let me find it. It's not Mechanicus only. So if you ever have to jump out of your Imperial Night Bob, I might suggest maglev coils.
Yeah, you can actually get maglev coils as a non-mechanicus.
Are you sure?
I'm looking at it right now. It's there's a little page 204, only Oracle rulebook. Some cybernetic implants are only provided to tech adepts of the Adeptus Mechanicus and has a little cross. It's not next to the maglev coils.
That's fucking crazy.
That's literally insane. Okay.
And I love every bit of it. Bob,
It's just
do you want
gravimetic
maglev-
coils just jammed into your body. You are unshackled from gravity's grasp as a half action.
And if you get maglev transcendence, Bob, you could just start you could spend your afternoons taking breakfast on top of your Imperial Knight, and when you're done, jump down from the top and
wait,
suffer no damage.
Wait. How big are the maglev coils? Can he have them as the ornaments for a cape?
That's not
So they're
how.
on his
No,
shoulders?
no, no. Maglev coils are
No.
like literally in your body.
Yeah,
Yeah, how big though?
they're not that big.
Okay.
They're some of them are obvious. Those are like the poorer quality ones, but the stuff like Malika has that are like I think at this point best quality. You wouldn't even know that she has them.
Okay, so they're subdermal. I was thinking like they matrix style back of the neck thing.
Oh yeah, the
on shoulders.
lumen capacitors, Bob. Remember, Imperial Knights, depending on how you want to play them, all have a pretty close ties to the Mechanicus. So
Oh yeah.
and you're joining the Uriquides, who have I think I unlocked for them the second rank of Pure Mechanicus when they returned that ship.
I don't remember you telling us.
Yeah, I don't.
I could have sworn I did. If I didn't, then like Scout does, sometimes I award stuff. So, yeah. Sorry about that. Mark that down.
Does Baleful Eye completely? I know it replaces the eye, but can it still be used?
The eye
Yes.
can still be used to look, yes. And the super eyes are the ones we were talking about earlier. That you get a little implants over your corneas, and you can see in the dark and are immune to flash grenades.
It's literally
Hmm.
a scarce availability thing that's just dark sight, and that's incredible, and then also flash grenade immunity.
Why doesn't everyone have those?
I know, right?
Wait. So, Lumen is the electric thing, right?
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
shooting electric bolts out of your hands at later levels.
Yeah, at the very
Well,
first point,
you-
though, you recharge las weapons with them.
You actually do have to be a tech priest to be able to shoot bolts out of your
Ah,
hands.
okay.
okay. So I think that one's a bit. Okay, so I probably don't want that one.
You could still like recharge the power pack on your pistol.
And I think you still get Vulcan Death Grip. If you grab something
Uh,
really hard and charge it off, it discharges for energy damage. No? That as well as a thingy only?
Yeah,
Oh.
only the you require Mechanicus implants, which you will be able to get with an advanced courier and strays permission, but that will also be you being inducted into the cult Mechanicus
Nope.
or becoming an arch
Come
heretic.
on.
No, either one. Neither one of those.
Those don't
I'm
sound
not-
massively appealing, do they?
No, they do not.
I love this game, guys. It's hilarious.
So what I'm looking at, I don't know about the plasma pistol.
What about it?
Never get it unless it's BQ, because then the best quality
Yeah,
means that it is safe.
Yeah, that's the.
Unless it's-
it needs to-
Unless it's BQ or a ballistic mechadendrite, in which it doesn't hurt you, it just
It shits
the
out
rest
crashes out. You
temporarily.
have to fix it. Yeah.
The issue is I think las guns are just better. If I recall, just almost every weapon's better than
Plasma
us.
pistol?
Yeah.
Not really.
Mm, it depends.
I could have sworn we had a conversation where you said the plasma pistol was better, but barely.
Yeah, I like. Well, yeah, but
And on top of that,
fantasy.
and if you get the plasma expertise talents, Bob, they're pretty good.
I'm trying to get the Melta expertise for obvious reasons.
Ah, for your Imperial
Dude,
Knight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just get an Inferno pistol and just be aware that even if you get a ranged weapon, it's still only going to be like 10 meters or... I mean, it does stretch out. You just be firing it at long range.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I
you'd
mean,
have to get Melta weapon expertise, and then that would fire at a longer. Your pistol would fire at a longer range.
That's true, doesn't it? Double the effective range of them? Or removes
No,
the...
it doesn't. It doubles your by meters your like ballistic skill bonus. So if say your ballistic skill bonus is 40, then it would be 8.
Okay, right.
So 8 meters, yeah.
Becomes your double damage, your double pen threshold.
It increases your overall range by
Range,
doubling
yes.
your ballistic skill bonus.
Okay.
And then half of the range for a Melta, so it does increase the range at which it doubles.
Yeah. Okay.
okay. Man, I wish I had a little bit more time to research what I actually want. I do want a best quality power sword though. We can definitely.
I would like to point out you had 2 weeks.
Yeah,
He
but
literally made his character last night.
Last night.
Stray.
I know. Still had the time.
Sorta.
it's sort of
regardless.
not really.
I mean, we could do more of Scout's intro while you read books, right, Stray?
Yeah, we could.
Sure, happy to do it. Do you want to roll for that
Would
power sword
you-
first?
Bob?
Huh?
Would you
What?
like to, 2 questions. Would you like us to finish Scow's character introduction while you read books? And before we do that, would you like to at least make your power sword best quality?
Yes. that one, yes to both, I guess. Since I know I want the best quality power sword.
Okay. So it's a plus.
It's a
30 for damage.
29% chance.
Good luck.
That's a what? 29?
Actually 39. Yeah. 39% chance of getting your best quality power sword.
Even if I turn it into one I already have.
Yeah, the one you already have, because it's just one and it's common, has literally no bearing. It's not
Okay.
valuable enough.
Yeah, rogue traders usually tend to think in the scale of masses. Still. Fucking well done.
So
Does he get a
yeah.
custom grip on it as well and a hand job?
Wait. Did he trade it for best?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what
Already-
happens when you roll below 5? When you
Nothing.
oh,
A pat on the back.
You're not going to roll on the Archaeotech tables.
can,
Okay.
can he? Yeah, can he roll on Archaeotech or have like custom? Can he have an Astartes blessing on it?
Is there even? Okay, guys.
Let's have a look here. Let's go to the Master Armory, 40k RPG tools, which is a fucking incredibly useful site. And then I just look up power, sword. Okay, so not the Astartes version, not the Eldar version, not the Ghost sword. Sounds dope though, admittedly. There's a Legion one. I don't know what makes it different if it's a Legion one.
It's chaos.
Oh, right. There's a Mark 6 one, which is I don't know.
Yeah.
A Waller?
The
A Whale?
the Archaeotech weapon tables are Stars of Iniquity, page 83.
Stars of Iniquity. Thank you. I've been looking for those.
That's alright.
Which page? I want to totally check this out. Sounds like a cool ass table.
83. It's the treasure generator section.
Ah, cool. Ah. There's some cool shit in there.
Yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, so it just basically it applies an extra weapon category onto it, and then it becomes called Archaeotech.
Read through the whole lot of it. Like, there's the treasure generated types of melee weapons, which is, I think, what you're looking at. But
I'm looking at Miracles of the Dark Age.
yeah.
where
When you
just-
get to Miracles of the Dark Age, yes. that
There's some cool
is,
shit there.
You know
was
what?
it?
Fine. Hey, Bob.
Mhm.
Roll me a d10.
Gonna get a miracle on this bitch. Huh.
You gain Indestructible. This item was shaped from arcane material whose composition defies analysis in any attempt to damage it alike. Alright, page 87. Let me... Why did it zoom out so far?
This weapon is made of an adamantine mysterious metal. It never loses its edge and never seems to suffer from wear and tear of use across countless battlefields. Increase its damage and penetration by 2.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
Nice.
That mono?
No,
It's
indestructible
a power weapon.
Oh,
on a power weapon. A ranged weapon gets shafted. If it's a ranged weapon, it never jams and resists attempts to damage
Oh.
or destroy it by natural means.
Scowl, that damage and pen applies to both melee and ranged. It's just melee weapons can't jam anyway.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, right. I thought it was like, if it's a ranged weapon, that's all you get. I'm like, come on, that's so sad!
just shush and be glad that yours is the way it is.
Yeah, no, I like mine. Don't worry, I'm very happy with my gun.
What was it, the damage again?
2 dam, 2 pen.
Sweet.
That's a neat ass table. I need to steal that.
7 pin, and I'm gonna put indestructible.
Yeah.
I literally stole yours from other arcade tech that the salamanders had.
Yeah. I remember you grabbed it out the thingy.
Let's see, I've done 2 now, right? And I have 4, or I have 5.
You have 5 total.
You've done 2 and you have 5.
Okay, so I have 3
Would you
more.
like more time to read, or do you know what you want next?
No, I think I need more time to read.
Okay then. Anyways, so Rula. That would be you, Scow.
All right then.
You have been bartering with the Mechanic Aspire, talking to them, doing some stuff, and they are. What do you want to know about the? What are you asking these people?
All right, so of course, first of all, I've got to be subtle, and I'm missing some holes. I've got an education, but it's far from what would be considered traditional. I've already lost the voice I thought of. It's gone. It's gone to the
It
ether.
sounded very Scottish.
Nah. Was it?
No.
No, it didn't. Oh, fuck it. Whatever. It'll possibly return
I
again.
thought it sounded vaguely Irish myself.
Hmm.
Like maybe New York Irish.
Still a little bit.
I don't know. It's vanished.
You had this whole gangs of New York thing going on, I thought.
No, me? I come from a place known as Guyon. Alright, I think I'm somewhere around here. Right here, roughly. Regardless of all, it's less an accent and more an affectation. Plus, I'm a mimic. My accent can wander as much as I want it to, actually, thinking about it. Take that.
Take that, science.
But regardless, I want to start with basically learning more about the things I already know about. It probably comes across as a little bit of missing history to these Mechanicus folks and all. But as far as it stands, up here in Monogin is basically a library of archaeotech-based knowledge. Only issue, of course, is that since I know it as archaeotech, or I know it as tech, I don't know how the rest of the, galaxy sees it. So, a lot of the first of these time is spent, learning some stuff, sharing information I got in exchange for a little bit of work here and there.
All right. So the Mechanicus are gonna pour over your vessel and stuff. Now, normally they'd be a bit against you because they do a genetic purity thing. But I assume you do send them the sample of genetic strain to prove what you are, right?
All right, of course. I'm gonna make sure that I'm a pedigree. You see, I'm purebred.
All right.
Demons from
So
the Dark
you're not gonna
Age,
get-
and then I point out the strain. It's like this here. It came from a local creature, and that's pretty much where we came from.
All right. So you're not going to get any negatives, is what I'm saying.
Yep. Plus, I remove 20. I ignore about negative 20's worth of negatives anyway when I'm talking to people because I'm real good at it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're willing to share with you some technologies of their own. Some of them seem different, some of them seem crude, and some of them seem more advanced. It seems that the galaxy as a whole is really eclectic when it comes to technology.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I mean, Forge. Ah, shit. Entirely new affectations.
All right. So yeah, that information will be shared with you because of just your agrarious. No, how do you say that? God damn it!
Egregious.
I think that's make me
Gregarious?
gregarious. There we go.
What about my Gregorian, like my chanting?
Yeah.
I shall
No.
know.
You're rather gregarious, puppy-like demeanor. So yeah, things will be shared with you over the course of a small amount of time. Of course, the impression you get is the secrets that they hold are really only for them and them alone.
Alright, of course. Might be, so be it though. I come from a place where everyone, well, not quite everyone, but just about everyone has a rather vast knowledge of this kind of stuff as far as Archaea is concerned. I mean, heck, we keep safe whole museums worth of information as old as this. I'm sure there'd be more than a fair few who'd be interested in, seeing themselves sworn into this Mars cult and all. Seems like I know at least a few gearheads who wish that they could be as teched up as I'm aiming right now.
Yeah, they'll say that they generally don't admit most abhumans in, but certain exclusions can be made for those of the proper will. But you get the feeling that this place is not anywhere near the kind of religion that at least you were told about. Because you were really told about a religion, you were mostly told to revere a couple of people.
Yeah. This is more me just still making conversation. Like, I'm sure some of my mates would love to be Mechanicus. Yeah, like they'd be really interested. Sorry, I guess I'm not making my overbearing lying obvious enough. I thought I was. I'm just saying it to make conversation and be like, yeah, of course, I know a bunch of people who'd love to be in your cult thing.
Borcanicus.
Yeah, the Volcanicus.
All right. So, where do you go from here?
Well, from here it comes to asking about these Urakides. I use my talk of this old previous land, like the museums and the old tech and all that stuff, as a sort of lead into. Honestly, we kind of need a lot of help protecting our people from having their history and technology wiped out by Xeno shit. I heard something about these guys. What can you tell me? I go about it. I start subtly and then build up to not so subtly, just so that I'm aware that the road traders will eventually get this notification that I've been jamming fingers in their pies, very dexterous fingers, and they're very pie-like pies.
Just quick segue, Bob. You always want more damage over more pen.
Yep.
If the damage is better than the pen, and if it's just the raw damage that always happens, it means it's useful all the time and never has to be because it's just pen against armor. The damage will always hurt somebody.
True.
Although
I mean, I get
these
that.
numbers as low as those are,
Only two different.
they're basically interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
there's a measure for where the difference is negligible.
Hey, and plasma just looks cool.
I mean, it does.
It's like a firing Bernie splorch. Take that.
So, yeah, you're going to be told about the Mechanicus' history, which they'll gladly share with their super best friends, the Uraquides. And in fact, they have one of their own ships gifted to the Uraquides family line in exchange for great services rendered. And they'll talk at length about the glory of the machine spirits of like His Majesty and stuff like that, and about the literally 10,000-year history the Mechanicus has with the Uraquides family.
All right, yeah, and I absorb all of this information dutifully.
All right, and yeah, they'll mention as above that the like Wrath told you that they are looking for more, like they're looking for more hangers-on because they got into a battle with Rakgul. I'm pretty sure you shared all that information with the Mechanicus, right? Like all the scans.
We hadn't actually done it yet, but
Okay.
yeah, sharing Rackle information would be good.
All right. Cool.
Seeing as it's all happening in and amongst timey-wimey, I guess it passes since you're in space travel or some shit.
Well, no, they're here at dock.
Oh, they're here.
They have to be here for a while.
Right,
They have to
okay.
be here for a while. So, yeah. And are you gonna like? Is this like same within the same days, or are you taking weeks to like approach His Majesty? Because if it takes you that long, then they're gonna talk about a whole Imperial Knight that's gone to the Stargazer, to the His Majesty's.
No, the moment that I'm like between surgeries, so I'm able to go down there, I'll do so.
Yeah, you can do your surgeries on His Majesty's after you're already that the acquisitions are just a nebulous thing that just happens
Oh, okay.
because His Majesty is His Majesty is fully equipped to do that for you. They have a Genador, an Explorador, and Arch. What's it called? Not Arch Enseer Prime.
Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, I would probably, the moment I've got decent information about His Majesty's and my knowledge base is a little bit more updated. Majors in the bridge, we didn't talk about him. Mechanicus in the bridge, Majos in the fridge, baby. That's how I work.
All right then.
Cold hands, warm mechadendrite.
Yes, yeah, so eventually I will make my way over to His Majesty's stern, blazing erection.
Alrighty. Boop, boop, boop.
I suppose I know I'm going to Rogue Traders. I will make sure I look my best, my most impressive, etc., etc. I will, you know, although it's impossible to buff the blessed ashes off of my armor, I'll make sure that everything that is metal and gilt is shining and showing. The Camellia Line cloak is rolled back so that it's not just constantly being a hazy distraction mid-conversation. I gotta imagine that gets so fucking frustrating when you're talking to someone and then every now and again they just move and the whole world does that lights warping around you refraction thing. Fucking stand still, god damn it.
They actually pretty much added like a Camellia Line cloak light into Trials and Tainted Space. The Explorer's cloak on Uvido. That amused me to no end.
I hadn't noticed.
Anyways,
regardless.
yeah.
But yeah. So I'll divvy myself up to appropriate appearance levels.
Alright, so how long would you say you took with the Mechanicus talking about stuff? Like a couple days?
Let's go with a nice 4 days. It would have given me some time to go around, gather, and learn.
Alright. So at the same time, let's see. You know what? An unusual appearance like this, yeah, you would definitely have been noticed, especially by someone that is close to the Uriquides family as the Enyencia Helios. So, Ambrosia. About a couple
What, would
days.
she have been noticed?
Two.
She does have faith.
No, I on purpose at a point make it obvious I'm asking about them just for this exact same thing happens. Otherwise, I can totally scrutiny my way through anything. Not scrutiny, deceive my way through anything.
I kind of assumed that if Scow didn't want the Mechanicus telling Ambrosia about the strange the strange archaeotech laden abhuman asking about her, then she would have gone in disguise.
Yep. I'm really very good at it.
I was literally just talking about that. Why don't... Okay, hang on. I guess freaking why didn't this turn off? I hate that. I like chat timestamps so I can see when people actually said something. So when I glance back at chat, I'm not talking to them, minutes and minutes afterwards.
It sounded from when I posted it, and then you came into talking about me being told about her immediately after finishing the tangent. I just figured you'd seen it.
Oh no, I had not.
You
at
could
all.
have played it off cool and made yourself
No.
seem attentive. No.
No, I cannot ever let anyone think I have in any way 1 degree of cool. Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Stop me if I start to sound too competent.
Exactly. I never claimed to be. It's a miracle I still have games running. Anyways, so, Ambrosia, a couple days into your repairs, if I can remember her name, Monique approaches you and says that you guys received an encoded message from Agency Helios saying that a strange abhuman with what looked like dog-like traits had visited the Mechanicus Spire with various archaeotech and a ship that looked to be, well, honestly, strangely enough, it seemed to bear markings of space marine vessels had come and visited them for a couple of days and was asking questions about you and the Uruquides family in general.
An unknown species of abhuman in an Astartes ship coming with archaeotech and asking questions about it. I'm not sure whether this is the most incompetent inquisitor in the galaxy, or if this is a double bluff.
You can tell it's a good game when you can't sure if it's just crazy or the most incredible mind game you've ever seen.
She's so stupid she can't be an inquisitor. Oh wait, what if that's what they want me to think?
Expertise, mastery? What are you asking, Bob?
Stuff about if certain talent types are in.
Yeah, talents.
Plasma expertise?
Yes. And Melba. Nope.
No,
Okay.
they're only war.
Yeah, those were much more military focused ones. I thought it would just be better to leave them in the realm of only war. Ain, you can probably ask Stray to take them. I'd suggest an experience markup for ones like that, but
Probably. I'm fine with that existing. It's just that I would probably ask Presenti to mark up the price for them. Anyways. But, yes.
Prepare me an inconspicuous outfit, Monique.
Only a 3-foot hat.
I was half tempted for her to blink and just pale at the thought. Just that those exist.
Beige.
I don't think you have that in your wardrobe. No. Yeah. She'll bow and be gone to do that. It's gonna be great.
I have to ask, what is it like for your character to see in full spectrum color for the first time when she gets her implants?
I'm just amazed that I can still look up.
Yeah, that's not a thing. Anyways. The base summer dress, my god.
True horror!
Dear God in heaven.
It's like a tremble, like a psychic phenomena just occurs in his Majesty's stern gaze, half constructed in the tube. Marcus twitches, and then you swear you hear, Oh, sister.
What
Not that
has
beige.
science
Not that
wrought?
beige nightmare.
And
Really
once I have a relatively inconspicuous outfit, I'm going to instruct Monique to attempt to track down this dog girl.
I really wanted you to. I'm gonna have this perfectly beige outfit, and then I am going to meet her on the most ostentatious part of my ship.
I want this one to be a mind fuck for everyone.
All right, so this sounds like something that could be opposed. So there is a spy network looking for you in particular, Rula.
Alright, I guess the first test is noticing them in the first place.
Exactly. You're a smart girl, and this is kind of your Jimmy Jam.
Alright.
Alright. All right, and the spy network. Let's see how good her spy network is.
I'm like passably happy with like 3 DOS. Nah.
Yeah, well, we had basically been treating Monique as a stand-in seneschal, so now I have to decide how good she is at this. But since she's not a PC,
I
she
always-
can't be as.
I always kept intending to just stab Monique, but never got around to it.
No need now,
Yeah.
you've got Seneschal Bark.
Yeah, she's not going to be as incredibly good as a player character. However, she has the advantage of having a pre-existing network here that isn't literally days old.
This is very fair.
Also, I would slightly protest. She is literally best quality. That is like basically PC level.
Or better.
Yeah, fine. I'll give her a. You know what? I'll give her a decent, a really decent one. All right, all right.
Yeah, no, make it a challenge.
And I'll give her a modifier plus 20. No, modifier plus 15. Plus 20 would be you guys spent a lot of time wheeling and dealing here, but you have enough. So. Oh. I gave her a 50.
You did. It's a 65 overall. You actually rolled 2 better than me. Dice. So silly.
Ugh. Anyways, so yeah. I failed, so Rula, you know that someone is looking for you, and from what you're, you notice that they're looking for you. That's about it. You don't know who they're from or, why. What would you like to do to try to figure it out?
Alright. Let's go with playing the old, Alright. I know what I can do. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's great. There's like a big trading area, yes?
You mean football? Yes, it is. It is that. Yes.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like, you know that classic, the Dent standing market?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and draw one of my hanger-ons into there and get a little, not a surprise jump on them. I'm going to pay off the person in front of me to then, temporarily apprehend someone who then, like, does that same, like, oh, I too want to look at this shop kind of thing. So let's do, I guess, a commerce. Be like, yo, I'll give you some fucking, I got thrones. I got this shit. You think you can just hold up that person over there?
Yeah, you could hire like someone to do that. This is a den of scum and villainy.
Dope. You're like, all
Hire
right,
a street urchin to steal their wallet.
yeah. All right, I don't want them roughed up or nothing. Just, keep a hold of them until I loop back around. Gonna keep this one nice and subtle. Don't want them knowing that they're missing a fella before it's too late.
All right. Well, since you're not doing it yourself, it sounds like the agents of His Majesty's Stern Gaze and one of your agents are going to square off. So rather than, because these are random agents that they have on Footfall, and I'm not going to stat out rando agent number 9.
Yeah.
And it's not Monique herself wandering around doing this. She's not going to get her hands dirty like this. So D100 off, lower is better.
Okay. All right. Got 36.
Yeah, this would be. Would you like to roll it or me, Mirzendi?
I'll roll. Why not?
Okay. I actually should have just let you roll for Monique. Oh well, sorry about that. All right. So you get the upper hand this round. So you manage to your higher on manages to detain this person right now. What are you gonna do now?
All right. I'm going to get information out of them. Gonna figure out who's the
How are
one
you gonna
trailing
try
me.
to do this?
Why? I am going to ask them really, really nicely.
Rem incoming.
Cool. All right.
Tell you what, I've got Underworld, Inquiry, Deceive. Do any of those you think playing?
It depends on how you want to do it. You could do Underworld to try to get thugs and torturers on your side. You could do Deceive to try to trip them up. Outfox them. And what was the other one?
Inquiry, just asking nicely, essentially.
Inquiry. And Inquiry, you could basically interrogate them yourself.
Well, I mean, interrogate itself is its own skill.
Yeah. Is interrogate its own skill in second edition?
What skill?
Yeah.
Interrogation, yes. Interrogation itself is its own skill, which is why I had to make it very clear. Inquiry would be asking nicely, asking people.
Isn't that? I think interrogation is finger quotes torturing.
Yeah, and also resisting torture.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's why it's a
So-
WP selection or a
Yeah.
fellowship. I see.
Yeah. So what are you gonna try to do? If you're trying like an inquiry, you're basically gonna try, kind of like mind games. Deception. You're gonna be doing the same. It's basically how you want to go about trying to draw out the information.
All right. Let's go with a bit of
Yeah.
classic deception. Let's see what we can figure out
Yeah.
here, with a light touch of 9 degrees of success.
All right. Merzendi, do you have? This is one of your agents. Is this one of your agents from the ship, or one of the agents you have on Footfall? You can choose one.
Would probably be one of the footfall-based agents.
All right.
Someone directly from the ship.
Oh, they're about to
Yeah.
get dunked on. Then is what you mean?
Well, you say that, but resisting being deceived would be, I think, an opposed scrutiny.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'll give this person, because this is what they do for a living. Because I'll give them an elite mook status of having like a base of 40 and then having 2 ranks in it, so they can roll at 40, so that's a 50.
Okay. I mean, you can't beat 9 DOS with that unless you roll.
I mean,
under 5.
you can roll a 1, Merzendi. So would you like to roll to see if you can get a 1?
I mean, even a 1 is just an automatic success. It doesn't
Doesn't.
automatically win opposed rolls.
Yeah.
But it could reduce the amount of information she gets. So.
True. All right, and then you roll like negative, like I'll tell you everything. Yes. Fuck you.
Okay. So, it takes you think it'd take a bit more finagling, but that guy crit failed. He spills the beans pretty quickly that this seems to be that the Uraquides are looking into, well, why you're looking into them.
Oh, really? We'll just blink slowly. Ah, right. I mean, I suppose I should have expected that. I was trying to get myself followed by some of you lark. Tell you what. Go back to your lady, whoever the fuck. What was it again?
Uraquides?
Nah. The agent lady, your seneschal.
Blink.
Ah, shit. Man, you are really bottom level mook stuff, aren't you? Alright, and go tell your lady Iraquides that all I honestly want to do is have a meet up. And, if you don't, I'll probably just go pay some guys to break your legs and stuff. Because honestly, I'm gonna run out of patience running the games, especially with amateurs. Rank amateurs.
Hey, I was gonna give Monique enough credit so not everyone knows that she's like the one standing behind the throne. All right.
Yeah, I know. It's always good to see just exactly how geeked your mooks are.
Alrighty. So, yeah. After a little bit, that is reported directly back to you, Ambrosia.
Oh, God damn it, cat! I don't want to cuddle with you right now.
As your times and as your places, your damn pesky feline.
Pretty much, yes.
Only got you in the nards.
You're in a tube. Also, you're in.
Something hasn't happened yet with that. So,
What's that echo?
who am I echoing off of?
I don't. It's gone now. I don't know.
No, now I hear myself echo.
Oh,
From
Ren.
Because I'm using my speakers for once, I don't want to use my headphones. They hurt my ears after a while.
Oh, okay. I want to opt for push to Tawak.
To be fair, we're not gonna be going for that much more of a while, are we?
Damn it.
Yeah, sure, we can. Well, we can at least get Marcus's stuff in. I mean, who?
Okay, fair enough.
He's dead.
I feel you, he dead.
But yeah, please
Yeah.
either mute or go on push to talk.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Yes.
Alrighty then. So, yeah. I forgot where I was.
One of those rank amateurs
I was
turned up.
about to.
Yeah, right after that. Did I tell you that?
I was
okay.
about to have to give orders. So. Very well. Have that agent reassigned to something they might be competent at. Maybe leg breaking. And locate a quiet bar. Preferably one that serves passable Hamasak.
Then we go back to the bar that Taryn met Blackbeard in.
Oh, I got us sad again. Good times we had that day. Times. Hanging out with Space Blackbeard. Whatever the fuck his name was.
He was basically Space Blackbeard.
And once that bar is located, inform this person that they shall meet one of my representatives.
Alright. So it sounds like a meeting is being set up. So, with that, Bob, is there anything you'll have done when you boarded His Majesty's Stern Gaze? Because we need to get to the part, because this is going to be, basically just before this, you're going to have boarded His Majesty's Stern Gaze in your giant mech.
move the giant box that says this side up and it's upside down. In.
That box is always in the way.
All right.
I mean, it's like 10 meters tall, so.
So, Ambrosia, the knight and his retinue are outside of your ship.
Beep boop.
Yes, my lady.
Can you have someone slightly modify the slow ramp? I require it to temporarily move exceptionally slowly.
As you wish, it will be slowed down to half its current speed.
Very well. And then do have it extended for Sir Cat.
As you wish, my lady, you shall be done. All right, so, Cat, a giant door is slowly, ever so achingly slowly descending in front of
You'll
you.
probably take a nap.
Are you hooked up inside of the night, or are you standing by it while it's up on tracks?
I want to say standing beside it
All right.
with his jumper that has that weird jumper they have. That's his might be stained with mustard. Just, I want to tell you that I want him to be as unimpressive as I can. He's the biggest letdown of a knight you will ever come across.
But when he gets in that fucking suit, it's goddamn party time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Might we hire him again?
it's a gift.
Shut up! You're dead. Everyone thinks you're dead because you are dead.
Dead.
No one thinks
Dead.
Yeah,
they
don't
think he's
remind me. I'm
going through a
dead
massive
now.
hangover or something.
And the lamp lands on his head while he's asleep. Oh man. So eventually the door will be lowered. Do you do anything while you're waiting for the ramp to be lowered, Ambrosia?
She manually turning the slow ramp down even slower. Like there's a dial. It's down in decimal increments now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, slow.
I'm not really anything of note for now. Ow!
Are you all right?
Cat in the nets.
No, cat claws right in the back of my thigh.
Ah.
Yeah. Cheeky bastards.
All right. So are you gonna go down to meet him, or is he just gonna move his knight in, and then it just the slow ramp goes back?
I'll be there to meet him. And the slow will be getting turned up to very fast when he's inside. Hopefully fast enough to slightly whack him on the arse.
All right. So eventually the ramp lowers all the way, and you see a magnificent Imperial Knight in its full regalia standing before you, and you're gonna look around for well, you had always heard and heard tales, and your nobility. You've seen the knight houses before, how noble and respected they are, and you
wonder
see
why there's a
his
homeless person standing beside it.
you see the pilot apparently asleep on the track.
This is a prank. This is a fucking prank. Alright. One of you give me a las pistol.
You have a las pistol.
I'm just gonna shoot at his feet.
All right. So does getting shoot at like trying to hit or shoot around it?
Around. Like the sort of thing in cartoons, like dance,
Yeah.
motherfucker, dance.
But it's not last pistol a
Alright.
silent weapon.
The las pistols don't make that much noise, so how far of a range are you shooting at him from? Because they also don't have that big of range.
They've got a 120 meter actual range before they become useless. It's just that
Yeah.
inaccurate as fuck.
Well, because then that'd have you roll something to actually hit him.
Or what, like by mistake?
Yeah. Like if you rolled 100, then you hit him.
I mean, it's a las pistol. It wouldn't hurt him.
I'm just saying.
I
mean,
have
it
no
ac-
objection to
actually probably
hitting
would.
him.
Okay, so well, roll me a d100. Let's see if you hit him. All right, you don't hit him. So, Cat, do you wake up from the sudden kind of around your feet?
Slight warming sensation as if your feet are too close.
Ah, my feet are so toasty.
He's going to probably roll over and flop on the ground like a fish for a little bit.
Alright. Sharpshooter with a bolt gun.
Ah!
He, about that, he probably would at that point stand up and actually look at you. How is Ambrosia dressed?
Beige.
Given that she's meeting you and not going to a bar, she is dressed in steely grey power armor decorated with emeralds and platinum inscriptions. And over her shoulders there is a cloak made from scales of chitin.
But how sexy do you think you feel right now?
I mean,
Uh,
it's light power armor, so it fits pretty tightly.
All right. Let's see.
Would you like me to roll fellowship, Bob?
Yes.
Alright, base fellowship. No, she's too annoyed to look sexy.
Okay.
Unless that's his thing.
No, that's it. I mean, yes, but he's gonna pay the long con. this is
Gosh, is that your angry face or your ugly crying face? Fuck.
Yes.
oh gee, wow, lady, you're pissed. What the hell? Is that how you treat knights around here? I brush off to brush
This is
off
where the
my
ghostly words of Marcus come through, and they go, and Ambrosia hears him say, "I haven't been drinking today." Wow, lady, you're pissed.
Oh, right.
lady, you're pissed.
Sir
Yes.
Cat, I presume.
Yep, that's me.
Right. Going to just start marching down the ramp. I am not pissed. I'm not even particularly angry. I am, however, irked. You would not like to see me actually angry. It would end badly for you, as His Majesty is equipped with 36 heavy laser batteries and a full array of lance turrets. Those would see use if I were pissed. And your knight, impressive as the stories may have it, would serve you little good then.
He goes, I don't know whether to be I don't think I should be a smart ass back. So he'll pretty much nod. He goes, good point.
Wiped his nose on his sleeve. Try and look clean.
Try and not look like the other waste of space that he is. However, they seem to think that the house I'm attached to seems to think I'd be more used to you out here on the frontier than anything really back home. It's mostly mopping up actions and border patrols, not really what I'm into.
Can you actually fight then?
Yes.
Draw your sword. Let me see your form.
Okay. Oh boy. Why my weapon skill's still pretty shit though. Alright, let's try it. Wait, did I ever actually... Okay. Want me to just roll the hit? See if there's...
Sure.
Half action aim. Just be a standard attack.
I can't wait for like the 100. How attached are you to your toe? Not very anymore.
I don't think there's a modifier for this, so I'll just...
Yeah.
Not bad. Would you like a highest degree of success to make it 4 degrees of success?
To make yourself look even less retarded.
I'll take that as a no.
No. I'm trying to see if I have anything else I could do it now.
So I'm going to roll scrutiny. And I will buy a degree of success.
What are you trying to find out about Cat?
It's not really trying to find anything out, just to see how well I can judge his actual form.
Okay,
It's more of a role-play role than a actual.
I understand.
I'm trying to figure out just how much shit he's full of.
It's
Adequate. You'll do.
just good.
Do have a war or two to fight, so I'm sure you'll find plenty to do.
I sort of imagine be like, oh, this guy's just a hobo, and oh, he actually is pretty good with a sword. Huh. Not expecting that drunk person to be...
I really hoped this was just a transient messing with me, and the real knight's just inside the suit. Fuck. It's just you expect like this gloriously adorned knight to clamber out the front of the suit, go, "Why did you let in that hobo?"
Yes.
This is my pet monkey.
I see you've met my helpful retard. He can polish
He has
things
just
and
illusion
sometimes
that
arrange
he's part of the
spoons
house.
correctly.
My magus has prepared an area for your knight to be, well, for your walker to be situated in. One of the junior adepts will be able to direct you to it. And once you are done there, one of the servants will show you to your quarters. You may be... But you are a knight. You will be berthed with the officers.
Oh. Better than what I get at home. I wonder if... Yeah, he's probably dumb enough to actually say that out loud. But
Avoid the room with scorch marks. Our psyker takes residence in there. She will burn your head off.
oh. Psychers. Cool. I'll
Fun
keep that
fact,
in
guy.
mind.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
guys: Imperial Knights hate psychers. No, I'm not kidding. They actually do.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm
Nope.
gonna go hide then.
Is it really in your character's?
No.
I mean,
I double down.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. So, is there going to be any more of this glorious interaction between the very serious Ambrosia and, well, basically Ash Williams? He didn't say baby as much as I expected him to, but that's okay.
she looked really pissed. Yeah. Admittedly,
Later.
I half expect.
Later.
Yeah, later.
He's secretly singing Justin Bieber songs in his head right now.
No, God, no.
One last thing to end the scene. Ambrosia will look at the night, the actual night walker, and say, "It is a tad smaller than I was led to believe, but
Oh.
still, you're adequate with your blade. I imagine you're more than adequate with the vehicle."
Size isn't everything, baby.
He says, already stuffing his face with a donut.
She actually sort of hit a weak point, so yeah, he actually is trying to shove something in his mouth.
Is he smoking weed now?
Yes.
All right. So, hey, Bob, why don't you do us all a solid and describe what your Imperial Knight looks like and what it's armed with?
It has arms and legs.
Well, actually, I'm gonna roll for the animus.
Oh, you didn't do that? All right.
I did not actually do that because it. I haven't quite decided what I want on it. I sort of like the. There's 4 that I like, so I'm gonna go 2. I think is the one where everything's good quality. Assuming you'll allow it.
That's number 3. But,
Out of the 4, It's number. Yeah.
We'll just read it off then.
Yeah. Let's see. One, let's see. Got Battle Reborn, War Engine of Spain, and then it's. Oh no, it's actually the Machine Reliquary. Yeah, it's actually the hero is lauded in the eyes of the faithful. The knight armor has many different night sky on spot for causes for the ecclesiarchy. Each time they have decorated it with by pilgrimages and priests for its deeds until it has become akin to a reliquary that walks and a living symbol of the god Emperor's faith. The knight armor counts as having radiant presence talent, except it affects everyone within 50 meters.
Oh no, why?
Ecclesiarchy. That's so
Yeah.
good.
Ecclesiarchy.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. No wonder you like. I imagine after seeing it's an Ecclesiarchy night, you're like, of course they send me a fucking bumpkin in the Ecclesiarchy suit. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
But he
perfect.
doesn't know. But he's not part of it, so he doesn't fucking
Yeah, he has no fucking idea. It's even better.
even better. Yes. Other than that, it has the
Motherfucking D-O-double-G.
it's got the it got the Reaper. It's got the Reaper trade sword, which does the massive amounts of 3d10 plus 30 rending, pin 20, as tearing, razor sharp, unbalanced, felling 10, and destroyer 3.
The thing is fucking obscene.
And the thermal cannon, which is 3d10 plus 20 energy, pin 15, melt up, blast 8.
How far does that thing shoot?
100 its range is 100 meters.
Oh my god, so anything in 50 is just doesn't have armor against you. It's horrific and awesome.
And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Storm Spear rockets, which is the 600 meter rate of fire 3d10 plus 10 explosive, penetration 8, but I got like 6 shots of that.
Fucking dope.
Yeah, pretty freaking dope. The anti-tank Katyushas, yeah.
I think that's just anti whatever the fuck is in front of it.
Katyusha is
Uh,
a
it doesn't.
platform.
Sadly, it does not actually have a blast, so it's like individual targets.
Oh.
The lack of blast is why I say anti-tank.
Yes.
Fair. I don't know. I feel like if it hits a dude dead on though, it'll kill the shit.
Other than that, the armor, the knight armor, the knight itself probably has quite a bit of battle damage overall. It has obviously been seen in multiple battles. Like relatively fresh. They've been, painted up and covered and but you can definitely tell that he's been in a few scraps.
Very cool.
Oh, also he's got a relic, a reliquary of Saint Drusus that's he's got in his personal gear.
Wow, that really just worked out all in your favor, like all ecclesiarchy all the time.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
totally. Except
So
yeah.
no, it's fine. It's fine. You're likely going
Fine.
to be used as a way to prove that, oh yeah, you attack me, you're attacking some, like, you know, you remember how she was trying to get those Drusian Crusaders? They're totally on board now. I mean, what?
Mhm.
The
feel
whole
like
point,
in a
or
bar
the other thing
somewhere,
that he
a
might
glass
be used to,
cracks.
is try and prove that the ecclesiarchy is incompetent.
This is all actually no, because that's the play. You see, they want us to think that they're just all retarded, so we'll drop our guard, and they'll get us. I won't fall for it, you damn ecclesiarch bastards. I know that you're canny. I know that you're wise. That's why I have to destroy you so badly.
Oh, you do what's the name from Futurama? The robot. The one with the knife.
Oh, get out of the way!
Oh
I'm
yeah.
practicing my stabbing.
Yes.
All right. So Ambrosia's going to be away for a second. We're going to be doing next. We're going to do Rula's introduction, and then we're going to do finish up the special thing, and then we'll call the session to a close. So probably not too much longer,
Okay,
but
okay.
half an hour, 45 minutes. So yeah, take a little break, grab some drink, use the restroom. Do your thing.
Sure.
Can I roll for my?
I'll be right back.
Decided yes, but wait till I'm done using the restroom myself.
Oh, okay. All right.
I return.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed that I lost my ruler voice so quickly. It lasted for all of like, I don't know, 20 minutes and then was gone again. But it's fine. I'll practice it up. I'll warm it up.
The Ambrosio voice is pretty easy. It's literally just my normal one, except with about 3 layers of contempt.
It's just really, really haughty it up. Meow, 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 meow.
Is everyone here?
I believe so.
Yes.
Okay, I'm typing out something that I forgot to do earlier, but I'm doing it right now. With that, it's going to be the time for you to meet, for Rula and Ambrosia to meet.
For them.
Ambrosia, I assume you're going to go in your most, yeah, well, you could call it your most least ostentatious clothing.
I actually had a think about it for what inconspicuous clothes Ambrosia would have acquired.
None.
All right. Naked? That's not inconspicuous, Bob.
But no, I mean she doesn't have.
I know.
Just an ash grey jumpsuit and a tan peroxide coat, a long coat, which enough to cover up a shoulder holster for her plasma pistol, the conversion field at her breast, and just one power sword at her hip, along with just basically a dull brown fedora.
Milady. Do
Milady.
you take anyone with you? You have a very, very angry psyker. You also have a very slovenly Imperial Knight.
He would be amazing cover.
And an Eldar. Your your navigator is taking some well-deserved rest. Not your navigator, sorry, your Void Master.
I feel like bringing the Eldar would be a very obvious sign that I'm not actually a representative. But if Anna and Kat have not completely obvious and ostentatious clothes, then sure, I'll bring them.
Cat, ostentatious clothes.
I can put on my lazy clothes, is that right? He takes off the mustard stained jumpsuit and then just basically puts on rags.
he just gets off on in like sweatpants and what are those god awful clogs that people wear? They're like made out of rubber.
Crocs.
Crocs. There we go.
It's sweatpants, Crocs, and like a wife beater.
Oh yes, the I should have. Carl would do way better, but it's just, he's scratching his butt. Just like the pants are a little bit too big, so they're just constantly pulling them up.
No, you're just dressed like Ash Williams, like halfway through Evil Dead. Hang on, I've got to think. No, in the beginning of Army of Darkness, I got this. Hang on, look.
Oh, beginning. So he's bleeding from his chainsaw stump, and he's a shotgun. He's killing a knight.
Let's see. I want to see this picture.
There you go. Those are the clothes you have on.
Another tiny little picture.
I don't understand why it gives you the small version.
Because you're grabbing them from a wikia, so it uses the journal's shrunk link size.
Frackum. Alright, fine. We'll do this one.
Wikia is, in fact, one of the 7 pillars of internet hell.
Hey.
Like half the shirt is just all ripped and torn away, and like the parts that look like their blood is actually ketchup.
That is, if I remember rightly,
Ketchup.
right after he climbed out of the hell well.
Yes, yeah. Where he almost got raped to death by a monster. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or was it 2 monsters? I don't know.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And then an old lady. Good times. Oh. Did someone just disappear out of the game?
He rejoined immediately, though.
Oh, alright.
Winter, are you here?
Winter?
What on?
Hello.
Hi. You're being asked to join Ambrosia when she goes shoreside.
Sure.
Just so long as you have something relatively inconspicuous to wear. As
have
opposed to
cloak.
literally having your head on fire.
I have a fireproof cloak.
Pull it down tight over your eyes.
Okay.
After like 20 minutes, you just start like hearing like smoke billows out from beneath the hood.
Box myself.
I'm smoldering.
It turns out that Cat is he thinks to himself, I could just light my off of her fucking the psychos.
Yeah.
The cloak.
Just mumbling.
The
in
cloak is
background.
just made of hemp, and everyone just gets fucking blazed.
That's actually why.
It's not though.
That's actually why Bob's character is always wearing dirty clothes. It's because it's his secret way of smuggling stuff on board. His clothes are actually just made of what he smokes. Nobody gives dirty clothes a second thought.
It's very true. And apart from that time he came in like crystal meth. It's like, why are you wearing rhinestone studded sweatpants? Yeah, cool. I guess the bar is I don't know, what time is this meeting? If time has any meaning, I
I
suppose.
thought we were having a 28th millennium costume party.
I'd probably try to schedule a meeting for when the bar is as unbusy as possible.
Sweet.
So when most of when most people are out busy either stabbing people, slaving people, doing other things,
Yeah, sure.
or actually working to make sure footfall doesn't split apart and fly off into different areas of space. Maintenance, man.
That was more what I was thinking.
What, you don't know about football stabbing hour?
Oh, it looks like it's time for the hourly purge.
God damn it.
Now with purge and all.
They have an hourly purge.
Yeah, every hour, just so they can get through the other 23 without the rest of the stab murder.
Yes. They have a 5-minute break where it's a free for all.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna preemptively roll deceive to disguise myself.
Cool.
Fate point. Wow.
I'll put on my most subtle 4-foot hat.
So, when I described my outfit, as it turns out, literally the only thing that was changed was the colors.
They won't notice me if I'm wearing purple.
It's still like an Imperial Navy uniform, except it's dark grey and tan, and it still has all of her medals on.
Oh god. I would love
I
it if it
was
was
just
just like,
going
this
to-
is the last time I let orcs decide my stealth suit. It is just,
was just going
like
to
you look
say-
like Prince.
I was just going to say that you can't help but exude an aura of authority. You know, you're doing that I'm in charge walk.
It's just all of the subtle clothing except you forgot to take off the hat. Fuck, I'm wearing the hat. This happens too often.
So it's up to you to tell Scow how you bunged it up. So, did you just get different colors with all of the medals, or are you just the way she walks and the way she moves and talks is just very, very obvious that she's not, you know, like an intercessor figure.
I prefer my first explanation.
Your first explanation is the more hilarious one.
Yeah, that's the kind of explanation we call a 100 explanation right there.
All right. So, Scout, I'm not going to have you roll scrutiny for that. A rogue trader walked in. There, you can't mistake a rogue trader walking into a place. It's just what they do.
Yeah. It's just the whole time when she was getting changed into her stealth clothing, her seneschal was like, ugh, it's so boring and unbecoming of you. Yeah, Rula will,
She didn't know the hat lit up.
yeah, Rula will wave them over. Yeah, you came with there's still an honor guard every time.
On a 100, yes, there is the honor guard.
You took all the Praetorians with you?
They're standing outside, but yeah.
I heard some jackbooting, did I? Yeah, before you even, like, come in the room, I'm like, fuck, it's showtime. But yeah, I've obviously made an effort as well. As before mentioned, like, her armor is, Oh, actually, you know what? There's stuff about the armor that you might immediately notice. Do you have any lore stuff related to, like, Astarte shit?
I have Tactica Imperialis, which might include some of that in a good roll.
On a good roll, I would say yes, simply because of what it is. So you can roll that.
Oh, any modifier?
I'm going to make this challenging because it has been modified somewhat.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a fate point.
It's
I'm
cool.
just
You'll find out
accepting
anyway.
the dice are not working with me today.
They're like, you can't keep pushing your way through this. Alright. But yes, a lot of what she's wearing it appears to be quite fancy carapace armor. And it's got a lot of symbolism, like little runes, and there's like green patterning, pictures of flames occasionally adorn her. A lot of the armor, though, wherever it would be at its shiniest, is obscured by this like coating of ash that doesn't seem to push or rub or wash off or anything. She's not wearing any headwear, and her camellia-lined cloak is like folded and over the back of the chair, which makes it for a moment look like she's sitting on nothing because it's just a camellia-lined cloak spread out over a chair. But you know, she will look over and salute with a glass of Amasec. Apparently, quite pleased with it. Doesn't get exposed to it much. Well, now. Can't say I expected the Lady Euryclides herself to come in her flesh. No go-betweens this time?
Hmm? Oh. Oh, Monique. You picked it out of fashion. Well, you do indeed have me rumbled. And Ambrosia will pull up a chair and sit down.
Sure. Before Ambrosia actually gets to it, I'll stand up politely and wait for her to sit again before retaking my seat. And your two companions, are they folks of grand import or just some of your local muscle?
The Lady Edgar, formerly of the Inquisition, and a psycho of some note, and Sir Cat, an Imperial Knight aligned with House Brewstrom.
Alright. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Ruler. No real surname, so to speak of. Not at least one that means anything around here. But, I'm glad that you made your way over to me. I have as much a business proposition as I do a request for help. One that might happen to be, how best to put it? We're looking at a war. But we're looking at some decent trades and a lot of old, very old, artifacts that you might recognise as, I'll tell you what, sec. And she'll reach for a data slate, place it down and then start swiping through it a few times to reveal images of what appears to be like a museum display. And there are a couple of little plaques that are visible on this display. And at this point, even without like the rolls and stuff, you would recognize it as belonging to a Salamanders chapter of the...
Wait, no.
No?
You don't remember? I told you about it in voice chat. Wait.
Where is it?
Okay, this was a while ago. No, a voice chat between me and you when we were actually talking.
Oh,
There was
right.
actually a message to be played to any representative of the Imperium at large.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, sure. Is that the one in the DM?
No. This
No.
is one that I am finishing up writing out right now because I had done half of it and then I had forgotten to do the rest.
Alright then, rewind. I will start with a different thing, I guess. I come from a place named Kion, Q4GB. I mean, the tale itself is not long in the telling. I mean, it's a long tale, I suppose. The history of a people's existence can be a pretty long story. I'm here to be seeing that this story doesn't see itself ending early, though. That's the issue we got.
The point.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, right.
Gotta permit someone a little bit of brevity, don't you? But yes, that's the issue we got ourselves to deal with. I'm sure you've learned your histories and you got your old toys, the dark age of technology. That's where all of us come from, you know. A little old ship full of his emperors, forged fathery. It's emperor now. Yes, emperor's finest, most arcane sciences, and my grandest of grandsires. Alright, shit, this will get us nowhere. Long story made nice and short, my people were humans such as yourselves, and my ancestors modified their genes with strands of something local in order to survive the adverse climate. Terraforming has its limits, you see. The planet's all settled now, of course, and the end result is the adorable form before you see. Take a little pause, wiggle our ears. Of course, there's a spanner in the works for the crux of this tale. It must be said. And then I will play the message.
Alright, let me finish up for just a second. Alrighty. So, this is as impressive as I wanted to be, but I'm also not that good at this. So, you're going to press a button, and there is going to be a small message being played. I think data quarters can do like small holographic displays, so.
Mine would at least. It's a proper slate.
Ambrosia. You see a great form dominate the table. You would immediately recognize this as the figure of the Emperor's Angels of Death. Specifically, you would know this as all Imperial citizens know especially one such as yourself, the names of the first founding chapters. This would appear to be a salamander. And the message begins. This is Apothecary Xavier of the Salamanders chapter. Some time ago, my brothers and I were pursuing a Xenos vessel through the void, one which bore the unmistakable markings of the enemy beyond. In our chase, both of our vessels were badly damaged and forced to make landfall on a forgotten planet in the far reaches of an unknown sector. The foul Xeno ship fared far worse than ours and carved a deep canyon into the surface of the planet and immediately began expelling creatures from the warp. Upon disembarking from our ship, we engaged them. We found we were not on our own after some hours of battle, as this planet revealed itself to be Kion Q4GB, a lost human colony from the dark age of technology. The people here used their arcane knowledges of gene manipulation to alter their forms with canid traits to aid in survival of their harsh world. Our arrival to the world endangered them beyond what they were prepared to deal with, and we were too few to take this new threat on our own. So we armed and armored them in the ways of the people of Nocturne. Even with all our might and our new friends' natural resilience to the warp, we were unable to take the Xeno ship, which still somehow managed to have an active void shield. And so we began constructing a great wall to box in the canyon. This was completed in due time and managed to contain the threat, but the centuries have taken their toll, and my battered brothers have been lost to surprise incursions from fluctuations inherent to the vessel's strange core that it used to thrust itself through the warp. I'm all that's left. I have managed to recover my brother's relics and personal articles. The Canids stored them for us in stasis, and I prepare for my final task. The fluctuations are at the lowest they've been in over half a millennia, and so a force of volunteers from the Canids' finest warriors and I shall charge the vessel at a weak point in attempt to sabotage the engine core. If you are seeing this, then I have failed, and this has been borne by, this message is now borne by a member of the Imperium at large. Hear me and obey. Kion is under the protection of the Sons of Vulcan, and I bid you to relieve the Canids, destroy the vessel, and return the relics of our chapter to our brothers. Let Kion join the Imperium as full members. Let the people fight under the Emperor's banner, and may imperial justice be done. This is Apothecary Xavier. Let Vulcan's will be done. And the message ends.
The Emperor protects. Oh. How long has it been since you left your world?
Honestly, wish I could tell you. He's alluding right there to our resistance to the warp and such. You guys getting through space, it requires navigators and specialists, and it was a hard journey for us. We got off planet, made our way across, found ourselves some help along the way, but it wasn't long-term help, that's for sure. Am I robotic?
Not now.
No.
But you were for me. Anyway.
She was not.
Okay. I guess.
A great many of us, maybe, well, I say a great many, a very reasonable quantity of us made our first travels across here. At some time I don't remember. I'm the last one standing. There's a lot of that tale that's still in the telling. He of course tells you the short of it. All I don't say is that ship crashed into us a couple of days early. Can you imagine? It must have been like a slaughter, massacre. And of course, salamanders made their righteous entry like a burning star from beyond. Did kill the worst of them. That war, we've been holding it for so long, 1,000 years. At least with death at our throats. At the very least, it was just how long it took to build our ship together out of bits and pieces, whatever. Getting out here alone should have been a suicide mission. I don't know how long it's been. The wall's gonna fall soon, and we need people. And there's a lot that we could do for someone who would be willing to bring a force to bear, you know. Willing to destroy a Xenos worshipping, chaos worshipping, whatever the fuck it is, ship. You think you got the forge given testicular fortitude to go fuck up some chaos Xenos for profit?
Are you speaking rhetorically?
Let's call it rhetoric. I'm gonna assume that you're already down for it, what with the message of course and my coming to yourself. If you aren't though, I'd rather as much hear it straight so I can go find someone who will.
You understand that it is incredibly likely that your planet has simply fallen by now, with no surviving Astartes to aid you, and with you not knowing at all how long it has been.
She'll slam her fist down at that.
That may have been.
We've held that wall for a damned long time and we will hold it until the job is done. I don't care how long it's been. It doesn't fall until it's time to fall.
Ambrosia will nod slowly. If all your people have that level of determination, then I will believe you.
They trained us and we held fast. They got us up to speed. Can you imagine it all though? It's... well, we're all trained lot, frankly. And we're all, as far as considered, well equipped. Our belongings that aren't as such held stasis are weapons being used to fight them even now. And that she will hold up the Inferno pistol. Like, you know, finger obviously off the trigger. And it is a beautiful, beautiful work of art. It looks like essentially a roaring dragon's mouth mounted to the front of a gun. Although I'm carrying some of our finest, there's more in this besides. And far bigger guns stuck to the wall for whatever there's left.
Very well. House Orchides will answer the call of your planet. However, you will have to prove yourself useful among the crew.
I can certainly be more useful than the shitheels you had trying to follow me around here in Footfall, that's for sure. I don't know who trained him. When I spent 2 sessions on the wall, no one goes back for 2. Still managed to find the time to travel with traders across the whole land, learning how to do this job. I go unnoticed when I don't want to. And I go noticed when I do.
Well, you have a good talk.
That
I
would
do
be
have
my
a
specialty.
task for you.
Alright.
See if you have a good walk as well.
Uh-huh.
On His Majesty, as with all large vessels, there is an underground Amasec trade. I would have you locate the ringleaders and persuade them to meet with me. If you can manage this, then you'll be accorded all due provisions as an officer of my crew, and that you'll be able to advise me on policy, including the priority that should be given to your request. If you fail, however, you'll be treated as a passenger. You'll be restricted to a pleasant area, and we shall reach your planet in the due course of time.
Alright, seems as fine to me. Alright. Give me 3 hours. That's all I need. Not only that, I'm pretty sure I can double the profit your underground amasec traders are working for you. Bring in a little bit extra.
So far, they're just working for themselves,
Oh, that's no
getting
good.
them to... Yes.
Alright. 2 hours in. Self-serving larks are even easier to twist.
I'll give you 3. You can stop for lunch midway through.
Right, alright. Tell you what though. I'm expecting you to play me straight on this. It might as well be that I've just obviously put the entirety of my life, my planet, and my people in your hands. I don't recommend you take that lightly. See you in a couple hours.
It would serve me little to lie to you.
And then in a perfect copy of your own voice. Well, of course, it would serve you little. But I have discovered that some rogue traders aren't always in it for simple profit, and some of them are just incompetent. I'll be back in a bit.
Don't pull that particular trick again.
Suit yourself. This one isn't even my real voice. I'm just having fun by this point.
I don't care who else you sound like, so long as it is someone else.
Fair enough. And yeah, she will get up and leave first. After draining the rest of her amasac and leaving the tab with you.
Okay.
And once Ruler has left, Ambrosia will turn to Cat. Sir Cat? You had a thought, I believe.
Bob?
Hmm?
I know you're not used to the name yet, but Mercendi was talking to you.
Okay, well, repeat the question.
Sir Cat? You had a thought, I believe.
Well, these people, they're humans, like you and me, right?
Near enough, yes.
They're, for all intents and purposes, under siege. They most certainly need someone.
Yes, that is true.
So just point at us.
No reason why not us. We will be helping this planet one way or another. I simply wish to see how much we can gain from it.
Well, we'll be heroes, of course. Big statues of us. Be like that Douglas guy.
We will be heroes regardless, said Cat. Whether one planet is left by the wayside or not. But as I said, I do intend to help this planet one way or the other. Was there anything else?
Just that I like a crack at breaking open that ship.
Live long enough for us to reach it, and I will be happy to let you command the first wave.
And so it turns out that nothing happened to McCraw, and you just hear he gets in the what happens when Cat gets into the Imperial Knight. You just here we go, here we go, here we go.
When you hit the melt up gun, you hear or you swear it sounds like not going. Whoa!
Amazing. And I still wanted to get this done tonight. So and enough days have passed. So while this is happening, El Shian, you're on the ship. Damn.
Emory. Nope, he fell asleep. Full of booze.
Well, it needs to happen anyways. So, El Shian oh, I hear a blah. Why are you in Merzen War? You're in Merzen War, M.
That's
Anyways.
tomorrow, silly thing.
All right, M. So I can talk, and then you can just type in the main thing. Cool. And then he dropped out.
Dropped out. Yeah.
Can you talk now?
Ooh, no.
Emery, what has Korea done to you?
Broken him. Come on. Let's go.
All right. So, let's wrap this bit up. El Shian, you get an astropathic message from Bada Bara. She tells you to bring your pets to the Xenosium and to bring the Hollow Atlas, and to tell them to bring the Hollow Atlas with them, and and whatever passes for a medical chamber, and pick up their to pick up the other idiot monkey. And type in the roll 20. Can you type in the roll 20?
We're
Oh, yeah.
trying to stream that, you know.
Yeah, you can't type it in the Discord because the stream won't be able to see what you're saying. So that's your response. All right, we'll wait for Ambrosia to come back.
I do love extended silences, though. Big fan.
Yeah, they're fun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, well, there's not much else to do. Actually, Scow,
Yeah.
you're going to do this anyways, but let's see how quickly and efficiently you can do it. I'm going to say within 3 hours you can find the ringleaders and blah blah blah. But the worst you're going to do is you can only like identify them and either strong arm them or get them to talk to Ambrosia. The best you could possibly do would be to get them to like oops, sorry, I was sent a DM. It would to get them to like to turn all of that revenue for as an advantage for the ship.
That's cool. First of all, I'm gonna stop by some actual MSAC traders here in Footfall.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna get some on the cheap. And then I'm going to make it look like it's far higher quality than it actually is. Barely, but you know, whatever. I can't fucking fail. And then I'm gonna make my way onto the ship.
Making your way downtown.
Yep.
Anything,
I'm gonna assume that the only person who knows about this little mission and could get me on ship is probably the seneschal after being messaged ahead. But
She's not really a seneschal, but you know.
well, yeah, the lady, this
Yeah.
the handmaiden, and I will start making my rounds. I'll lubricate a few people, make sure that they're all amenable,
Alrighty.
and I'll make some inquiries to locate them by 9 degrees of success.
Right.
So I probably locate them pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to talk business with them. And I'm going to fate reroll that business talk, because that was terrible. There we go. That's way more of what we were looking at. There we go.
That was a critical success.
It was indeed. And I'm going to persuade them that it is in their best interests. So with a little bit of assistance, I can help them run a profit double over. And not only that, we go down to the Lady Ambrosia and obviously present them with a case for an increase in money. Not only does it then remove the risk that they'll get eliminated at a later point, but it legitimizes them and improves their profit margins regardless.
Alrighty.
And then, I don't know, probably takes like an hour and a half. And then we're like, alright, and then what do you think? Do you want to go do this little mean? I can get it put together. No threat, no worries, no mess.
Yeah, well played. Those are some pretty good rolls there. The only one you slightly by the skin of your teeth was the better quality, but you also managed to commerce Dickens off of them.
Yep.
So I'll say that it takes you about 2 hours. So like just a hair under your I'll say it took you under a hair of your initial boast of 2 hours.
Okie dokie.
And you are able to persuade them not only to meet with Ambrosia, but to be amenable to start, making legitimizing the amnestics trade, which may result in profit factor for the ship. Who knows?
Yeah. You gotta make sure that sideways entrepreneurs flourish instead of hide in the little shadows. You can never get too many smugglers.
Alright, did you fix it yet?
Nope. Rip.
Alright,
Is your
can you...
mic properly plugged in?
Alright. Oh well.
Alright, bro. Well... All right. So, you received that astropathic message. What do you do?
Elshan gives up.
Make my way downtown.
I actually kind of feel bad. Scout showed me what she had originally written for her thing, and it was pretty good. I really liked it. I kind of feel bad for taking some of the wind out of her sails with the salamanders thing.
Meh. It was all of 5 minutes of time for me, so it's really not a big deal.
All right. So, Ambrosia, Elshan has come to you and says that it may be worth your while to go to the Xenosium.
Actually, I guess the benefit of audience that may just be listening in, there's value in you reading it.
Yeah, read it out.
What makes you say that, Elshan? The last I had heard from you, the Xenosium was full of dreadful horrors.
Mm-hmm. All right. I really want to find. I really wish, at least, there was better art of footfall than this. Right. She's been contacted by another one of her kind from Agaria Omega.
The one that Marcus reported as Babdra, correct?
She nods in agreement.
This is inauspicious. I had hoped that we would be able to avoid contact with them for some time yet. Still, what about a message would make it worth our while? You are avoiding the question, Elshan.
Sorry about that. I was typing whispers. Elshan informs you that she wants the Hollow Atlas returned. The map that she had entrusted to your brother.
Still does not say why it would be worth our while.
All right. So an ancient. I'm not sure what you are trying to say here. It would be worth your while to. You're telling her precisely the opposite, right there. You're telling her it wouldn't be worth my while because that map could lead to many treasures. I'm looking for clarification here. Oh, okay. So she's saying that other Eldar may have some knowledge to how to use the artifact and how it may help unlock more secrets to ancient treasures.
Hmm. I suppose that is true, although at present such things are of relatively low priority. We must find the Void Sentinels, Elshan. That is our first concern as soon as His Majesty is fully repaired.
All right. So, yeah, I'm doing. Oh, okay. So she says that how much how long do you have until the ship's repaired? Because she really doubts that a meeting would take that long.
True, true. It will be another week at least before the repairs are complete and the dead crew are replaced. We can meet about the run in the next day or two.
Elshan says, unless you wish to wait for your brother to join us.
Carl's work will take some months at least.
Gary. Sorry, I can't resist.
Marcus will be indisposed for too long a time to wait for him.
Take it, Tappa. Trixie Elder and their roundabout ways of getting to the point. Most likely it's because every single time she stops to take a breath, she's making fun of you.
It's possible.
Mm.
Likely, even.
So very, very smug.
God, it's always the quiet that bothers me.
I'm sorry. Well, what do you want me to fill the?
No,
void
no,
of
there
time?
is
Wait,
there is no way to handle it. It's just a statement.
Oh.
It's unfortunate, but his
in
mic is
fact,
broken.
Filling the void with noise would make things take even longer because then I'd have to wait for you to shut up to get a reply in.
Very fair. I should have put that on instead. Oh.
Oh, okay. This is Discord being weird. Korean Discord.
I don't know if you guys know the Jeopardy tune over in UK.
Yeah, I had it before.
Yeah. Okay.
I have not.
All right. What is this? What are you doing to me? Okay. It's your turn, Elshian. Ambrosia has said that it will take at least a few months for Marcus's clone to be done. Oh yeah, you weren't around. Do all right. This is actually confusing me. Do you think the Marcus is coming back as a clone? No. You didn't read the thing. All right. Let me put the. All right.
Okay, and this is the hook to get original Marcus back badly mutilated.
Yeah. I didn't want to spoil it for the stream just then, but there's a reason why I sent you those two secret messages that.
Don't say it.
What?
Let it still be some level of surprise.
I literally just said it.
Yeah.
It's been said out loud,
because
and
it-
it's come up before anyway.
It's well past the point where like it's at all rational to try to keep this a surprise.
Yeah, it's become very circular. So, anyways, what she had said sent you a message saying, I want the Hollow Atlas back, and tell your pets to bring that and whatever passes for life support for the idiot child we recovered on Agaria Alpha. All right, so Elshian would say that she would be maybe able to help Marcus. You didn't catch up on any of the Discord chat. I see.
Well, if she can help him, then That may be worth it. Bridge to Lady Marion.
This is Navigator Marion. What do you need, my lady?
My brother entrusted you with the Hollow Atlas, correct?
Indeed.
How has your work on it been going?
The size and scope of the Kornos sector is vast. I have only been able to start at one spot. I'm working my way outwards.
Well, I am afraid that for now, I must take charge of it. Finish what work you're doing for now and prepare it for transport, if you would.
As you wish, Lady Uriquides.
Please. Ambrosia will do. I am aware as to how close you and my brother were.
Yes. As you say, Ambrosia. I'll be over shortly. All right. Now, do you guys want to take a few minutes to do this exchange, or would you like to draw the session to a close now and do this next time?
Let's go with next time. It was an hour and a half late
Okay.
at start, and it still managed to go for nearly 4.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to hammer that out before the end.
It's okay. Happens.
All right. So, no, Marcus, you don't need to make another one. Space travel takes a while, and by the time the crew would be able to do anything, Marcus would be back. Anyways, basically what happened for the stream is I offered oops, I'm in the wrong chat. Hang on. Let me see all the things I did for this. All right, so just do this and wrap up. Hang on, my Discord's frozen. All right, so I offered Rem a bargain. What the traders didn't know is that before they awoke the doom of Agaria, is that Bada Bra and the Elder had been following them around, and they tried to figure out what happened to unlock the doom of Agaria. They had seen that an orc and a member of their dark kin was with them, so they were trying to figure out what was going on. And Marcus had sanctified carapace armor, which provides plus 20 resistance to the warp and a bunch of other neat goodies, and a Rosarius. So what he did was Marcus had to burn 2 fate points, hurl himself off the tower, and let the Rosarius orb the impact. He survived and was picked up by some very annoyed craftworlders. The consequences for Marcus living and being returned is extremely expensive. All the profit factor that they had just made from the Endeavor would be used to reconstruct him, because unlike the God Emperor, he wasn't chopped up by a creature empowered by the will of 4 thirsting gods, so he didn't need to be golden throned. The return of the Hollow Atlas, their positive relationship with the Eldar going away, his sanctified armor being destroyed beyond repair, the Rosarius being destroyed, the Archaeotech Laspistol being damaged and gaining the unreliable quality, and Marcus gaining 2d10 insanity and corruption. And hilariously enough, when we rolled corruption, he rolled a maximum 20, but he passed the willpower necessary, so he doesn't gain any quirks.
It was maximum insanity, not corruption.
Maximum insanity, sorry. And
I got
what?
corruption.
Yeah, well, you got a D10, and then I think
yeah.
you rolled. Yeah, I think you. But the thing is the reason why you didn't get any. Please don't do that. I'm hearing myself. All right. So the reason why he didn't get any is because he rolled. I don't think he has enough for Glimpse from Beyond, but he
Yes, he does.
roll. Oh, he does. Okay, well, give me a second. He rolled corruption, but he has that thing that lowers corruption points to like 0. I think the Armor of Faith or Shield of Contempt. I forget what it is. But yeah. So, yeah. So Marcus is being returned and being put in Luke Skywalker-esque back to tank for a while. Well, at least until for a little bit. Anyways, let's do XP. Oh, and since it's already been revealed, here we go. And Marcus's new token, which I already added your stuff in for, Rem.
Much appreciated.
All right.
Can you settle on a spelling for it, please?
I'm gonna take it off his thing and take it on again. Do you want it you're representing your character?
Yep.
There we go. Wow, that's a long thing. All right. Just crop. I'm just gonna crop this down right now. There. Anyways, XP. Not a lot happened this session, but I had fun regardless. So, you guys are just gonna gain the 400 session XP.
Okay.
Incredibly remarkable happened, but I did enjoy it. Sorry it took so long. So yeah, you can roll your insanity for Glimpse from Beyond if you're going to take it, because Marcus now counts for Glimpse from Beyond Glimpse from Beyond, the ascended thing, where he has had a brush with something so alien and macabre that his mind has to either it'll either break or will form around it.
Stray, you do have to decide whether Marcus gains insanity or corruption when he takes that advance.
Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me think about it, and we'll do it after the session. All right. So, thank you everybody for playing. Sorry it started and ran a little late. We had, problems with people showing up. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Bob and his update.
Can't
Yep.
help Shitternet.
Yep. Such is life, all is life in the zone.
All right. Thank you everybody for playing.
Indeed, and thank you very much for running as usual. I'm gonna go collapse now. If you're watching in the stream or you're watching in the VOD, I hope you have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and do take care.
Like and subscribe.